What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of the Clash of the Commentators event? My name is FREEDO, and I'm here to bring you this 47 kill arms race TDM. This video is kind of an ode to arms race because they took away my favorite game mode. They gave it to me. I've been pleading for it. I've been one of the many commentators in the community. One of the many commentators in the community who've been pleading for TDM 125. And they make this separate playlist, so it's like I got partially what I wanted, and I was kind of happy about that, but they took it away, man. I mean, how do you take away arms race? Taking away arms race from Black Ops 2 is like taking away cheese from pizza. It's like taking away the smell from a fart. It's like taking away Mike Vick from a dogfight. It's like taking away Zimmerman from the Stand Your Ground Law. It's like taking away Bill Clinton from interns. Let me slow down before I start going crazy and say something that's going to get me disqualified from this wonderful event. Back into reality. Deep breaths, woosah. Well, here's the thing. Black Ops 2 is actually my favorite Call of Duty of all time, and I know that's like blasphemous to say. You're supposed to renounce the current Call of Duty and love the previous ones, the nostalgic, perfect ones of old, but I don't know, man. I'm one of the few people who actually has the stones to stand up and say Black Ops 2 is my favorite, but it's still, even with that fact, I still have a lot to say about the game. And, you know, pretty much I think I can fix it with all my wonderful ideas, just like most other commentators. Wait a second. What's that noise? I'm about to get to some real inspirational stuff. Oh my god, it's a montage. What's this montage doing in my commentary? Put down the sniper rifle, FREEDO. Put it down. We don't have time for all this montage nonsense. We got stuff to talk about. So, the thing is, Black Ops 2 attempts to appease two vastly different groups. On the one hand, you have that mass appeal FPS shooter that everybody can pick up and play, and on the other hand, you have David Vonderhaar and his cronies trying to meld this game into a viable, competitive, balanced esport. And like I said before, I like Black Ops 2, so I think that they did a decent job, but
watch it peel back.
What is the number one thing that up-and-coming commentators need? Exposure. The whole point of this is to find the diamond in the rough or the next great YouTube commentator in an original commentary from you. So be creative with it. Come up with something new that hasn't been done yet.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is up against the fucking king of calling out bullshit in the community. And holy crap, do we have one big steaming pile of bullshit served up from who I don't know who to blame for this, to be completely honest with you, but heads will roll by the end of this video because I am, and everybody, I don't know anyone who disagrees with me, at least in private. I know a lot of people are afraid to go public with this kind of thing. I'm not, because someone has to do it. I'm willing to fall on the sword. I'm willing to put my name on the line and say this is crap because someone's got to. So even if you hate on me for the things I'm about to say in this video, at least respect the fact that I've got the balls to say it. Now, before we get into bashing this monstrosity and mismanaged event, I want to say a sincere thank you to everyone that put it together. Big ups to KontrolFreek, Elgato, Team Martin Jericho, Optic Midnight, Chaos Silencer, the judges. A big thanks for putting this together. In its genesis, in its original form, I was extremely excited for this. I thought it was going to be great. I still think it's great. I still think it's a great idea. However, balls were dropped left and right. Yeah, that's right. Balls were dropped in this event. Now, there is a few criticisms of the event that I've already stated with KontrolFreek on Twitter. They've replied to me. They've heard my complaints. On the whole, I can't complain too much. It's the first event of this kind, but obviously the biggest problem of all was due to the way the finalists were selected. I don't know who was in charge. I don't know how the judges came together, if it was just a quick yay or nay or coin flip. Some of these seemed randomly. So, we're going to go through one by one. I'm going to tell you what I think of each one of these submissions. Oh, how are you qualified to criticize, FREEDO? How about you just shut up before you worry about that and listen to what I have to say about each one of these. Half of them are pretty good. I'm proud to bow down and say, yeah, man, you did a good job in that video on half of them. But why should it be half? There's 8 out of, what, thousands of entries and half of them completely suck? Are you kidding me? Who's running this thing? Who's judging this? This is outrageous. If this is what was going to happen, they should have put it to popular opinion. Yes, there's the problem with that those who have bigger sub bases obviously can flow more traffic, kind of the problem with King of the Web and things like that. But the whole point of having a small selected panel is to weed through bad submissions. Okay, let's get right into it. Number 1.
Here, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about Battlefield versus Call of Duty, and this has kind of been a struggle that's been going on for quite a while now. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys, and I'll catch you later.
Now, first of all, now that we're going to start getting into bashing some of these guys, I don't mean anything personal to them. I'm a critic. This is what I do. This is what I went to school for, okay? I look at things critically. I do this to myself. I'm the harshest critic of myself. And then, by the way, this is not a I should have won type video. I'm not saying my video's good and their video's bad. It's just their video's bad, and there's hundreds of other videos that could have been better. First and foremost, let's talk about this guy. His audio was low. That was not me re-rendering the video. His audio was terrible. You could barely hear him. First and foremost, why the hell did that get through? Okay? There shouldn't be any physical problems with these videos. This is the top 8 out of thousands of submissions. That is unexcusable. Now, as far as his commentary goes, he has some solid generic points, but he doesn't say anything that really intrigues me. There's nothing revolutionary. It's very bland and generic. Keep those words in mind, because that seems to be the running theme in some of these final contestants. I'm sorry, but that guy had no stage presence whatsoever. The winner of this event's going to get flown out to Timbuktu and have to do live commentaries and be a personality, hang out and rub elbows with some of these big commentators. Could you see this guy doing that? Can he entertain anyone? I'm sure he's got plenty of good ideas. He might evolve into a good commentator, but he doesn't command the mic, and he's got to learn how to put his fucking settings up. Sorry, bro, but there's no reason you should be in the top 8.
Just hit fire that guy. Let's get it going. Keep it going. Oh, almost killed my teammate. Trigger happy right there. So here we go. I'm trying to wait for this last guy. This guy is just sitting here camping. He's probably in some kind of corner. Oh! 8-1. That's not bad, man.
Now, at least this guy improves a little bit. He has a little bit more command in his mic, a little more flow and cadence to his speaking pattern, but he doesn't say anything. It's just a bunch of dribble over some clips of gameplay. The beat carries this video. What's the point? I cannot see original idea. No offense, bro, but there was no purpose to this video whatsoever. It's just you kind of playing and mumbling a few things over it. I think this is an example of a guy that could make a good video once he gets more practice and gets in the flow of doing it. Liven up the gameplay. Make it interesting. If you're funny, be funny. If you're interesting, be interesting. If you know things about the game, know things about the game. But you can't do none of those. You can't just sort of just talk and not have any points, jokes, or interesting things to say, or at least have beast gameplay. Like, is this our gameplay submission out of the 8? Because honestly, all you gameplay channels out there, you got screwed in this event if you gave up like a triple Moab or something. There was none of that whatsoever. Now, personally, I could care less about that, but there is a market for that. And if this is what the gameplay type like category, we should have had categories for this thing, honestly, because there is multiple different types of gameplay commentators that we have in our community. Everybody's got their own styles, but we kind of all fit in different subcategories. This guy is just I don't know what he'd even put in this guy. He's the terrible submission. I'm sorry, bro. Better luck next time. Well, you won, so fuck you, FREEDO, right? You didn't deserve it though, and you know it.
This is hosted by KontrolFreeks. Great controller. Never really had one, so I'm hoping I can win this, maybe get one. My name is Jimmy. Yes, girl's name, point and laugh all you want. But anyway, I'm 18 years old. I'm from Chicago area, around there. I'm not going to say my exact location. No. Guy named Optic Merc, who's a part of Optic, and he kind of kickstarted my YouTube. People thought I was funny, entertaining. When I first started it, I posted 3, but since I got into that, I met Merc around like a month ago now, and I've made like a good 30 videos. I have 41 total videos on my channel right now. And if you guys didn't know, that is something, a weird skill that I acquired is barking.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Where do I start, bro? Where do I start? Okay, listen. A lot of these things come down to subjectivity, all right? I understand. I'm an older adult. I have older tastes, and I accept the fact that guys like PewDiePie who act really goofy and like a cartoon, that's what's hot on YouTube. That's what's interesting. But I personally didn't find him funny at all. Not even a little bit. Not one chuckle, one smirk, mostly just getting annoyed. And don't worry, guys, we're going to get to some decent submissions here in a second. But if this is the standard for the comedy video, what the fuck are you thinking? Maybe this is it. Maybe people thought these submissions were going to be worked differently. Personally, I thought you were going to have to recreate a video to get put into the first round instead of just the submissions going head to head, because this all he does is just give a resume about how other people think he's cool. Should I have done that? Should I have told all the commentators that support me? It just seems kind of distasteful, honestly. And you're not showing us anything. You're just telling us your laundry list of accomplishments. I've barely been on YouTube, but now I'm blowing up because some guy helped me out. Good for you, bro. Entertain me. This is supposed to be a submission for a contest, not a fucking pageant resume. Moving on.
Now, most people look at failure as the end. It's the outcome. Failure's gonna come, guys. Failure is at some point in your life going to grab a hold of you and is gonna try to bring you down. And everybody can probably stand up and say at some point they've failed.
Thankfully, the first decent video we've seen thus far. Now, this guy kind of gives a good example of what a solid commentary is. He has a topic, he flows through it, pretty classic. I'm glad this type of video got picked. However, I should mention that there is some criticism in the community that he's a friend with Chaos Silencer? Are you kidding me? That's a little fishy to me. But I, at the end of the day, don't care, because I think a person can still win a contest even if one of the judges might be biased. That's not fair that he gets ruled out, that every single friend of a commentator. That's stupid. Some people are saying that they're upset. I'm personally not. One thing that should be mentioned about this, there was very little stipulations to this event at all. There was no rubric for us to go by on what type of video to make, and there was no stipulations beyond the sub base count. It was very general, so we didn't know these types of things would even potentially be a problem. Now, as far as his content goes, I think the commentary could have been a little bit more concise. He didn't command the mic as much as some of the other contestants, as much as I'd like him to, but if I was grading this event, this would be considered the bottom rung. As far as the whole scale of these 8 winners, he's in the middle. And that's pretty bad, because this video is average at best.
So I'm going to be answering one of the biggest questions on YouTube, and that is, how do I get big on YouTube, or how do I grow my YouTube following? So
now, Aaron FPS, in the classic, how to make a YouTube channel video. Here's my problem with this. He made a great video. He voiced it well, he commanded the mic, he had good points, talked well, went through everything great. But is this original content? Are we kidding ourselves here? And I check out this guy's page, that's his #1 viewed video. He's already covered this topic. You know who else has already covered this topic? Everybody! This is the most beaten down topic ever. Everybody wants to know that how do you become successful on YouTube? It's like the #1 search result easy video you could make. Instead of actually giving like original ideas people haven't heard before, being unique, I don't know, it seems really cheesy to pick this kind of video over like other creative videos that people put together. Not just my own, but other people who have creative ideas and creative insight.
Be creative with it. Come up with something new that hasn't been done yet.
Again, this problem could have been fixed if we had categories. If I wanted a how-to, like a how-to and style type video, great. Like, is this guy another one of those news reporters we see on YouTube all the time? Is he gonna be another trailer re-uploader? What can we really expect of this guy? Fine, if that's what we want, great. But I just wish this could have been an option, because I easily could have made a how to tie your shoes type video too, and completely uninspired. But he's one of the better commentators in this event.
I want to say thank you, T. Martin, that I don't really watch other YouTubers except Woody and yourself, so I'm kind of not in the scene like that. Just wanted you to know that I got much love for you. Type of tactics can be applied to all equipment. Now I'm gonna show you our way of defending the bomb. No need to camp. We see it as wrong. Everyone thinks defending is camping, and if you're thinking the same, realize you are dumb.
Just like Granddad used to say, there's nothing a little brown nosing won't fix. Jesus Christ. Did it choke you when you sucked T. Martin's cock for that first minute of the video? Man, there's no class whatsoever in that first part. But I will say this is probably the video I enjoyed the most. I thought it was very creative, the different camera angles, and the second half of the video, he starts rapping, so that's cool, right? At least this guy puts together something creative. I think this was a decent video altogether. I tip my hat to you, my friend, but that first part almost made me throw up. Probably not a good idea to post up this type of video in a community event and say T Martin's God and the rest of the community I don't care about.
And guys, my name is Epos Vox and welcome to Clash of the Commentators 2013.
Okay, Epos Vox. This guy clearly has the best speaking voice out of anybody in this event, and that's a huge plus and should be noted. His commentary is kind of generic, he doesn't really get to the point fast enough, but there's not really any huge glaring flaws. A fine submission, I tip my hat to you, sir. I happily accept that you won instead of me.
So it's balanced, right? And one more thing that most people don't consider when they consider sniping balance is the fact that when you shoot, when you take your shot, you cannot be moving your left stick or your feet in the game. You can't be moving your feet because it'll throw your shot completely off.
Okay, time to calm down. I saved what I thought was the best for last. I started doing the worst submissions first. Now these last few weren't too bad. This guy, his mic is a little messed up. I don't know what you're recording with, bud, but it sounds like crap. But he gives a solid commentary, gives some tips about the game, and an argument about balance. That's the type of thing I personally enjoy, so I'm biased into liking that because that's the type of stuff I like to watch. But a solid commentary, once again, I tip my hat to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying in the video this long. Holy moly, holy guacamole. I had to get this all off my chest. I really hope there's another Clash of the Commentators and my opinions somehow affect that, okay? We need categories. We need more defined rules. And by the way, Six Sensei supposedly is in Team TK. Once again, I don't really care about that. I don't care about the bias. As long as you make a good video, I think you deserve to get picked. But the point of this video is to point out, why should half of these submissions be utter crap? Why should I fall asleep in half of these? Why should I not feel inspired by some of these creators? This should be the best our community has to offer, and I've already seen multiple submissions besides my own that made me laugh, that made me think, that were interesting submissions. Why do we have to go with this bottom base mainstream garbage? If you're still watching this video, now this is where you come in. Leave a like on this video. Type in the comments hashtag ClashCom13. Tweet it to KontrolFreeks and Elgato. Let these guys know you share my beliefs. Because it's not just the content providers who got screwed in this event. The viewers got screwed too. Because if they don't pick the best content, they're just shoveling crap. It diminishes the value of this entire contest. It makes viewers not want to watch these contests if half the videos are going to be snooze fests. And it makes most of us feel like we wasted our time putting blood, sweat, and tears creating creative content when everyday schlop gets selected over the top of everyone else's hard work. It's not fair, and we deserve a real event. Finish this one out, but I would love to see better rules implemented in the next Clash of the Commentators. This doesn't have to go out on a sour note. This can be fixed. Tweet Elgato and KontrolFreeks, let them know. Let's get this right. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Point of this is to find the diamond in the rough.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is upcoming the fucking king of the question and answer series, bringing it back. Been a little bit since I've done this, but I have been saving up all the questions I haven't answered thus far. Be sure to leave a question for me to answer in an upcoming episode of this Q&A series, and I'll be sure to get to it. Getting right into it, the first question is going to be from Armin King. Do you ever want to have children? Yes. Next question. No, I'm just playing. I'll explain that a little bit. Well, it's kind of interesting because I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. I've been around kids a lot, and I look forward to being a father, but I also grew up in a high school that had a very outrageously high percentage of teen pregnancies. Obviously, having a teen pregnancy is one of those things that keeps people in a lower social economical level. Having a kid too early basically destroys your life. It really does, and it stops you and trumps you from moving on and being very successful most of the time, unless you're like Farrah Abraham and take the dick up the ass after you have a teen pregnancy. Other than that, you're pretty much screwed having a kid too early. So I definitely am not ready for it, even though I'm just out of college. I am married, have the woman that I plan to pop out a bunch of babies with, and when I'm ready for that and we're financially stable, have a house, settled down, ready to start knocking her up, I'll look forward to that. I aspire to have as many kids as I can afford to have, which is kind of a weird thing to say. Around 4 or 5, maybe. It sounds like a weird thing to say. My wife is not excited about that whatsoever. We'll probably settle around 1 or 2, to be honest with you, and then she'll get that thing away from me. And then it'll be that. But I don't know. I really love kids' development. I hate babies. My wife loves babies, but I like kids when they start to learn how to talk and walk, and you can teach them stuff and say a bunch of little funny things back and forth. Teach them how to stick up the middle finger or something, and they'll do it to their teachers at school and get them in trouble. And you know what I mean? These are just fun little things you can teach kids. I'm totally kidding by that, by the way. Next question comes from Aviator Pro X. English and football sounds like a weird combo to me. Not a question, but I figure I'll explain this anyway. Well, like I explained in previous episodes, I grew an interest into English. I'm not a big reader, as weird as that sounds, but I'm a big analyst, so I like to analyze things and get into the art and kind of peruse around a piece of art, just like you would analyze a TV show and think about meanings and plot twists and, you know what I mean, things like that. I enjoy that aspect of it. Don't really read a lot, though. And football, obviously, is the American alpha male adrenaline rush, beating on your chest and being just manliness. That's basically what American manliness is a football player. And I've always been a nerd as well, so I'm not really scared of it, but I'm a nerd in kind of a 5'10", 200-pound buff guy's body. Okay, fine, I'm 230 right now. I'm out of shape. I'm getting there. I was 200 pounds in high school. That's the point. But I've always been a husky guy, broad shoulders, fat neck, outrageously fat neck. Go ahead and make fun of me anytime you see me in a vlog from now on. But bigger guy, so and I dreamed of playing football ever since I was a little kid. I thought it was really cool. And the whole stereotype that you can't listen to rap if you're white, or you can't listen to rock if you're black, or you can't enjoy football if you also are on the chess team. All these types of stupid high school stereotypes. As soon as you're out of high school, you start to realize really how fucking stupid they are. Some people in college are still that shallow and are like, oh, he's not cool enough to be in our group. And, people get into that. But the sooner you mature, the sooner you realize worrying about combinations like this and fitting a stereotype is actually the dumbest thing you could ever do. Don't fit a stereotype. Just be yourself, make smart decisions, and enjoy what you enjoy. So that's my little life lesson of the day. Moving on. Hunter S says, I want to start a gaming channel, but I was wondering what capture card I should use. Thanks. Well, I use a Hauppauge HD PVR, and it works fine for me. I would say look for, if you're good just starting out and you're not exactly sure what kind of dedication you want to put into it, how much effort you want to do. I put quite a bit of effort. Uploading daily is hard for anybody, whether you're making money, not making money, making good content, even if you're making bad content, it's hard to upload daily. And I try to make really good content and upload daily as well. So depending on how much of a tryhard at YouTube you plan on being, I would say look at your options. Probably get something used is going to be your best bet, because there's no real rush into starting. And in case it doesn't work or something, you have to send it back, whatever. Some good options, obviously, the Elgato is highly regarded as a fan favorite. The PVR always worked well for me. It crashes a few times, and you have to be careful. Don't stick the wrong power supply into it like I did and fry it. But there's the Avermedia, the Black Magic Intensity Pro, which might be the highest quality. Really, it's based on your quality. all of them are kind of expensive for what they do, to be honest with you, because the funny thing is on PC you can just get a $40 program, or pirate and download the program, and you can just record off of software. You don't need a device. But there's a bunch of options for you. I don't really care. It's based on personal preference. The Elgato records things all the time, so you can go back into a log. The PVR is just much more simple, and it just records in a couple different formats. Just do your research, learn what's best for you, and go ahead. Good luck with that. Jonathan Copeland asks, if doing YouTube videos could be your full-time job, would you do it? Well, to be honest with you, I put so much goddamn time into YouTube. It's nearly a full-time job right now. Like, it's a full-time hobby. I barely make any money right now on it, and it barely pays for itself in terms of the costs of the whole shebang. It hasn't paid for itself yet. So the weird thing is about this, people can do YouTube full-time and upload a video a month. They can do YouTube full-time and have to upload 3 videos a day, like Wings of Redemption or something. Would I be willing to upload 2 to 3 videos a day if that meant I could do YouTube full-time and sustain myself? I think I could do it. I already do 1 video a day. I could amp it up to 2 or 3. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Really, I need to start getting like more thousands of views a video before that's even an option. Getting under 1,000 views like I do every video, it's pretty much irrelevant to have that kind of aspirations to do YouTube full-time. Next question's from SG Slayer 4657. Have you ever played the Half-Life series? Yes. I downloaded it on the Steam Summer Sale as well, or the week before that, I can't remember. 75% off. I'm replaying Half-Life 2, and I'm going to replay Half-Life, all the Half-Lives. I haven't played any of the expansions. Yep. I loved Half-Life 2 a lot. That's the main game I played online besides Call of Duty 2 back in the day on PC. Really fun time. Great series. Love that game a lot. And it's also another example of how PC shooters are just, better. The next question's from Senjello. I don't know what the fuck your name is. Senior Jello. Talk about that guy who camps influence on you and your COD/YouTube tastes. I said that backwards, but whatever. Well, that guy who camps, I can't say he really directly influenced me to do anything. He was one of my favorite guys to watch, and the interesting thing is, he's a lot different than me as a personality. I think he's much more chill and relaxed and lackadaisical. I'm much more in your face and aggressive, and we have different styles like that. So I can't really say he directly influenced me at all, to be honest with you. But he was one of my favorite guys to watch because he always had very high quality visuals, which was like a weird thing for the longest time. Not a lot of people had that. Not a lot of people had really good color correction. And he also had really chill commentaries that talked about a lot of different things. I think I would like to get to the point where I can very casually talk about whatever I want on my channel. That would be awesome. Sometimes I feel like I have to talk about the game and for my videos to seem relevant. And I wish I could make better content that's not like that. Like, Jeff could talk about Breaking Bad, and I had no clue what Breaking Bad was about, and I didn't watch it at the time. I eventually did catch up with it, but it would be interesting. I would like to sort of be able to influence that. So, and also my YouTube/COD tastes. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. I mostly listen to YouTube while I'm gaming. I'll listen to like Google Talks or stand-up comedy routines and things like that in the background while I'm gaming. Otherwise, I watch your Thunder videos, your Fist videos. I'll watch El Presidor's vlogs, not his gameplays because those are, oh god, I don't know how you could enjoy watching that. But Call of Duty tastes, pretty much it's not about the gameplay with me. Obviously, I don't really care what you do. I'll watch a pro event, but other than that, I don't really need to get the stimulation of a high score, or beast gameplay doesn't really do much for me. It's more about the entertainment value and the commentary factor, and I think it's that way with quite a few of my subs as well, even though I am trying to hype up the beast gameplay factor on my channel with the Call of Duty stuff, because honestly, COD's the easy enough game where you can go beast, and if you try just a little bit more and actually go for those gameplays, you probably can get them. And that's something I'm realizing with myself too. Like, hey, if I actually put on the try-hard guns and play like everybody else, use high streaks, I can get high scores too. But it doesn't really mean anything to me. Call of Duty's an easy game. Next question from my buddy Flyboy Kai. 2 questions. Number 1, what is your top 3 favorite beers? And number 2 is about writing. So we'll talk about the beer first. By far, the thing is, like, In Milwaukee, we kind of have a different beer culture because we have a lot of microbreweries here as well. We're Brew City, the Milwaukee Brewers baseball team. Miller is located here, the big Miller plant. It's down the block. And Miller actually is pretty low quality. It's a good tasting light beer, but their beer is pretty standard. Beer talk. I hope this is really interesting. My favorite beer is Spotted Cow, which is a kind of medium brewery in New Glarus, Wisconsin. It's made by, New Glarus Brewing or something like that. Spotted Cow is absolutely delicious. I love that. There's also microbreweries here as well. Usually, it's kind of like mom and pop shops or mom and pop restaurants, Usually the food there is really good, and the quality and the portions and the flavors are more intensified in a mom and pop restaurant. It's the same thing with beers. A microbrewery is going to take much more time to create a better product because they don't have the branding and all that stuff, but it costs more too. I like to buy more expensive beer because I don't plan to drink it every weekend. I want to get it and really enjoy it, so I get good beer. I can drink Miller Lite too as well. So top 3, I guess, would be Spotted Cow, River West, which both of those you probably don't know what the hell they are, and then any random Miller product because, hey, I'm from Milwaukee, I might as well support Miller. Now, his second question is, if you were to create a novel/short story, what would it be about? Well, here's the funny thing. I've written quite a bit. I've written a lot of short stories, actually. I'm wondering if I should narrate them over my channel. I don't know if anybody would care to see that at all, but like an audiobook type thing. I've tousled it up left and right, but the fact is it's so much easier and accessible to people to make videos talking about just general conversational topics rather than making a short story. I don't know. I want to do it, but at the same time, I'm wondering if I just keep those two worlds separate. As far as the novel goes, I have a few novel ideas, and I have yet to write one. My goal is to write one within the next couple years. I want to have it done, and I've mostly developed a whole bunch of notes. I haven't sat down and wrote really hardcore in quite a while, actually, and I'm kind of personally disappointed in myself in that, and I need to get on that. But the novel, I'm not gonna spoil what it is. I can't give you my secrets because if someone else writes it and uses my original idea, I'm kind of fucked. I have to burn it out myself. So I've written a whole shitload of different types of short stories as well. I've written about love triangles. I've written about drugs and abuse and I've written about all sorts of types of things. So writers are an interesting group of people. Like, I don't know. I don't mean to bore you with all this high-class English stuff, so let's move on. Oli is a boss, or Ali is a boss. 1. Are you Mexican? No. Next question. Carther74 says, when you were young, what was your dream job? My dream job was to be an actor. As strange as that sounds, I didn't really know what that means. Really, what I developed that to be, like when I was like 5, I thought like, oh, I want to be an actor. I don't know what that really meant, but that's what I wanted to do. And then over time, I think I developed that into I want to be a comedian. And my life journey is not over yet. That could potentially be a possibility. But what I think I want to transition into is being a comedic writer, if that was going to follow that dream. But pretty much a writer in general or working in broadcasting, one of those two extremes. I'm qualified to do my dream jobs, to be honest with you. Anything I get into right now that fits my qualifications and is actually in the career path is pretty much a dream job for me, so I'd be pretty content, which is kind of a weird thing because you're supposed to like, oh, be hungry, do the craziest thing possible, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I really should start doing some like open mic stand-up. I really need to start doing that because I need to find out if I'm tough enough to take it, tough enough to write material, craft it, and be hated 90% of the time so that when you're really ready to go, you are like on top of your game. Like I've watched so much stuff about how comedians improve their stuff, and I watch a lot of stand-up. That would probably be my dream job. But those guys need writers as well. So if I'm not the performer for it, there's a little bit of a market for comedic writing also. Like, for instance, like Jon Stewart doesn't write all his jokes. There's a panel of people who write it. The same thing with sitcoms and TV shows and everything. There's big teams of writers working all the time, and that's a whole nother subject altogether. I could explain that for days. So moving on, ZFizzleX says, do you really like thin pancakes? Do you like really thin pancakes? I don't give a shit about that. That's a stupid question. DJ Ligi, I don't care about pancakes. I prefer waffles. Okay, how's that? What football position did you play? Well, I'm more naturally a fullback, but in my high school we had 2 amazing backs, and we ran a shotgun single back offense for the most part. If that means, I don't know if everybody knows what that means, but even when we would run the I formation, there was more athletic, stronger guys than me. But behind them, I was one of the strongest guys on the team. So it's kind of a weird thing to say, but pretty much they're black and faster and could run faster. I never could run fast. I was only strong, so whatever. I think my natural position, if I was really to work hard at it, would be fullback, because I'm 5'10". You know, I could probably get to around 220 if I really jacked myself, and low center of gravity, strong body, my quads and glutes. My squat was always really strong, 450 pound squat max, I think, is what I got up to. But I ended up playing defensive end anyway, the left end, I think. Or is it the right end? Right end, yeah, it's right end because it's based on the offense. So the right end is the strong side of the offense, because most quarterbacks are right-handed. Teams run on the right side. Tight end usually goes on the right side. So I'd have to break blocks from tight ends who were at least a foot taller than me. That was always fun. Defensive ends should not be as short as me, but hey, it was high school, and our team sucked. So for the most part, we had a couple really powerful players that went on and did some decent things. But moving on, Timophonica says, does White Boy know you exist on YouTube? Well, to answer this first, let me explain it to kind of give context to why the heck he's even asking this to begin with. Or her. I don't know. I can't really tell. Timophonica isn't really very clear sex, but I'm going to guess it's a guy. Anyway, me and White Boy went to high school. He probably would know who I am if we shook hands or we were face to face. On YouTube, he doesn't know that I'm here, and I'm not really, like, he doesn't really support small channels or anything like that. We weren't really good friends in high school. We were barely acquaintances. Like, we played on the JV football team. He was really quiet in the corner, kind of kept to his own thing. Sometimes people would bully him once in a while, I think, if I do remember correctly. I never bullied anybody. I teased a lot of people. I was a class clown, but I was also self-deprecating as well. So, like, I would dish it out equally to everybody. I didn't bully people in that way. I would, like, I don't know. I was a class clown, if that makes any sense. I kind of was everybody's friend, but I still kind of annoyed everybody at the same time. I was not a bully in any sense. But I wasn't buddy-buddy with him. And it's kind of interesting that, like, I would overhear him just barely talk about YouTube back in the day in high school, like when he was starting out. And then it, like, just whizzed past my brain, like one ear and out the other. I didn't, like, grasp the reality of what he was doing, or even what it could have been in a few years, like when monetization happened, machinima, all these things, partnerships. I didn't even know how it was put on the computer, much less how the hell you could make money off it. So it's just kind of an interesting thing. He had a really shit life, and all of a sudden now he's on top of the world. So all the power to him. I don't expect any help from him anytime soon. So he doesn't really, he runs his channel like a business, let's be honest. So, but that's fine. Abyssal Orca asks, do you like soccer? What is your favorite team? No, I don't. I don't like soccer. I don't like any sport but football. I'm sorry. I don't have time to follow other sports. I respect other sports. I respect fans of other sports, but I just don't really care. Football is the most physical and diverse and has the most strategy of any sport. It's violent. It's everything I would want out of a sport. I don't need other sports, to be honest with you. I don't even watch college football, even though when I have more time, maybe I might get into it. But I just watch the NFL. That's all I have time for. Sorry, no soccer for me. Next question's from Aviator Pro. FREEDO, I love your vids. My question is, what hobbies besides gaming were you into when you were young? Drawing. I liked drawing, annoying people. I was into DJing for quite a while because when I was in middle school, Linkin Park was like getting some steam, and it was like, oh, cool, you can scratch and play white music. Like, it's just more accessible thing. And I listened to hip hop and stuff too and everything. So it just was like full circle. I was really interested into it. I'm actually pretty good at scratching, but I couldn't get the really hardcore DJ skills down, like mixing things together, getting BPMs correct. Like I wasn't very confident in it. I'm sure I could learn it better, but I don't know. I just wanted to battle scratch and have like scratch battles. I don't know if I'm even saying, I'm sounding like an old white man right now, but I just wanted to have battles, and I practiced off of that, doing like juggling and fancy like scratch techniques. So I would do that for hours on end. I was really into music. I'm still into music now, but I just know so much music already. I don't really need to listen to it all the time. Whereas when I was a kid, I would just like absorb it for like hours on end, or I would sit there with my turntables in my room just scratching for hours, like you know what I'm saying? Like practicing and getting my techniques down. And then I don't know, I just grew out of it and decided that it would cost too much to upgrade my equipment to do what I wanted to end up doing with them. So I still have them. They're in my attic, but other things besides that, I would play video games. Other shenanigans that kids get into. I don't know if those count as hobbies. What else was I into? No, that's about it, man. Music and video games. So moving on. Splay Minnesota Boss says, what is your next step in life? I wish we all knew that. Basically, I don't know what you're trying to ask here, but to narrow it down, I'm saving up money and then trying to move to LA, or if my wife lands a very strong job, I might just try to be a writer, write some novels, try to get them published, see how that goes. Like, I am qualified to work in areas of arts and entertainment. And the thing with arts and entertainment, whether it's radio, TV, stand-up comedy, whatever I want to get into, there's no, like, internship you can take. There's no, like, set route that you can go. You just have to figure out what the hell you're good at, start doing it, get famous for it. And fame can mean multiple things. It can be incredibly successful, or it can mean you have a cult following, or it could just mean you're known in the industry. You don't even have to have a huge following. But if you're known as like, oh, that's a really good writer, you know, referrals and the politics of it, you get jobs in between, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much I have to get my foot in the door. So I don't know. I'm working on my way from here. First and foremost, I had to get my life in order after graduating. College is expensive, and I'm in huge debt without a high-paying job to really be able to multitask and do a lot of things. So, yeah, we'll see what goes on next. And that is it for this question and answers video. I hope you enjoyed or learned a few things about me. Yippity-doo-dah-day. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO, also known as the motherfucking king of listening to his subscribers and taking requests. This video was requested by a subscriber who was questioning about how headshot multipliers could be discussed, as well as why the M8A1 doesn't have them. Because it is one of the most elite guns in the game. Like, why do they make decisions to not put headshot multipliers in, and how does that affect the balance? What does that mean to you when you're playing the game? Well, I was going to frame this, I am going to, not was, I'm going to frame this around the M27, because I think it most clearly gives us an example of a weapon that really relies on headshot multipliers to win gunfights most of the time. I was like, look right there, that guy got away. If I was using a stronger weapon, 3-shot kill, he might have died, but you know, I need a 4-shot kill from that range. Players can just get away on you with the M27 in hand. But here's the thing, here's some balanced decisions that Black Ops 2 made. Instead of letting the low recoil weapons and the high rate of fire weapons, things like that, have outrageous times to kill. Look at this fucking camper. Camper. Edo. Despicable Me Too. Yeah. I'm gonna go see that with the wife. Instead of letting MW3 happen, where the MP7 and the ACR ruled the world because they had not only the most manageable recoils, but the best times to kill, other than the PP90, but that's a separate conversation. Over range and whatnot, the MP7 was better. In Black Ops 2, what they say is they allow the M27 to exist, a low recoil weapon that's very manageable, and noobs can pick it up and get shots on target if they're struggling to use the more difficult power weapons in the game. But they're not going to outgun anything. So eventually you have to move away from the M27. You cannot use this as your main gun. You can't expect to drop insane scores with it all the time, get the level of consistency that you can from like the AN or a weapon that has better rate of fire, better time to kill, better damage per shot, any of those things, but they have more recoil. So what am I trying to say here? The M27, you basically, if you want to use it in a competitive like environment where the other guys are shooting back, doesn't have to be league play, but you have to get headshots with this bad boy because it's a 4-shot kill at minimum. And let's compare and switch over now and talk about the M8. The M8 is a 4-shot kill as well, but it shoots fast, concise, tight bursts. So that's why the M27 is never going to have a place, because why not just use the M8? Well, you might want an automatic weapon, but the M8's really close to an automatic weapon. You have to fret the trigger and keep bursting it, but it can shoot pretty goddamn fast. So there's no point to use the M27 at all. It's more of a noob weapon, but unlike an MW3, the noob weapons don't dominate the game. But now to the point, why does the M8A1 not have a headshot multiplier? Well, I think it's due to the fact that if it did, it would hurt SMGs, as well as some of the other weapons at long range that do have headshot multipliers. Like, the difference between the SWAT and the M8 is already large enough without the M8 having a headshot multiplier. At range, the SWAT can kind of gain a little bit of an advantage if you get a headshot, but you know what I mean? These types of scenarios are so far and few between that they don't really matter too much. But more so, it kind of gets down to the fact of, like, the FAL can 2-shot at mid-range, and that's why it got banned from competitive, because it's just so strong and such a dominant anchor weapon. If a gun like the M8 with its accuracy could pull off a 3-shot kill to the head, you don't even need a full burst. But more importantly, it's that time to kill, right? So if you get your first 3 bullets of the burst connecting, it's going to shoot faster than MSMC can, and it's just going to outgun weapons like that. Now, that's sort of the explanations for it. I don't really like this too much. I kind of wish guns had a headshot multiplier at all times. Really, a subscriber commented this as well, and this is how I feel about the game. I like the arcadiness of Black Ops 2. I like the long times to kill and the faster moving characters and the jumping and all of the action of it that way, and the intensified aim requirement where you have to stay on target or you're going to get turned on and shit on. I like that. But I would actually like to see that in a game similar to Call of Duty, because it can't be Call of Duty, because let's be honest, people went crazy in Black Ops 2. They could barely handle the skill gap of it. I would rather see it exploded to its further extent. I'd rather see headshots be more utilized, because this is what happens in Halo. In Halo, you have to go for headshots or your time to kill is going to be crap. Like, the difference between 4-shotting a guy with the DSR, I think that's the gun's name, I can't remember, and finishing him off with a headshot, and 6-shotting him to the body, the time to kill there is so wide that the guy getting a headshot is going to win the fight more times, like 9 times out of 10. Whereas in Call of Duty, the headshot is kind of either a luck thing or a bit of a skill thing. It's hard to balance out correctly, and the developers haven't really found that sweet spot. Also, damage visual kick fucks things up as well. You can aim at a guy's toe and have your gun kick up and hit him in the head and kill him. That's fucking bullshit as well. But anyway, I don't know if I really got to any consistent points in this. I apologize if I didn't. It's kind of a little bit of a rambly video, but some talk about headshot multipliers. Hope you enjoyed. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? My name is FREEDO, also known as the with the fucking king of reviewing the diamond weapons of Black Ops 2. Today we're looking at the Type 25 diamond studded, reviewing and personifying this gun to the best of my ability. I apologize for not bringing this series back sooner. I took a try-hardy stance with some of the most important guns in the game, the top tier weapons. But first, before we get into the action of today, please watch this clip. Okay, now that we got that goofiness out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks. The Type 25 is a mid-tier assault rifle. It's not one of the head honchos, and I kind of, I don't know, I'm torn on this weapon because I do like it very much. It's one of my favorite guns to use, but because of the way the game's balanced and the strength of SMGs as well as the strength of like the M8 and the AN, it's really hard to justify utilizing the Type 25. But at the end of the day, I think we have to be a little bit thankful that the Type 25 did not break the game in the same way that the Black Ops 1 FAMAS did, because I'd rather it be a mid-tier gun than have a gun that shoots incredibly fast and can outgun everything in the game. That was just shit. That wasn't cool at all. I didn't appreciate that in Black Ops 1, and that's why I like Black Ops 2 even more. But in order to utilize the Type 25, you have to keep in mind that it takes a lot of bullets to kill. So going against weapons like an MSMC or an AN, if they hit all their shots on target, they're going to kill you, and they're going to outgun you. You have to utilize the fact that this gun has a headshot multiplier. Go for headshots, spam them in the head, and you're going to see some success. Get out of that fucking corner, bitch. What are you thinking? So, I really think you have to use quick draw because of that same kind of similar explanation that I just gave. That if you don't, a gun that has like a 3-shot kill can ADS at the same time as you and beat you just for that fact. Like you can say like, oh, it's got a faster fire rate. Fire rate doesn't mean anything. It's time to kill or damage per second that's important. The fact of who's going to reach 100 points of damage first. That's all that matters. And the best way to utilize the Type 25 is to shoot people in the head. Well, it kind of matters when they're shooting at you, not when they're standing in the corner. But the biggest weakness of this gun is its ammo problems, its reload problems, and of course the time to kill that we already covered. But the thing is, it shoots bullets so quick, it's really hard to take on more than 2 people on a single clip, and more so, it's hard to stay alive with this weapon without using scavenger and continuously using it, because you go through a clip to 2, or like half a clip to a whole clip on a single player. It makes it really difficult to use. I'm gonna wait on this guy to spawn him the stack insertion. Oh god, he gets shot in the back. I am terrible. So, if I was going to personify this weapon, if I was going to make it into a human character with thoughts, feelings, emotions, weaknesses, and strengths, what would I call it? I think it's a spazzy kid, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those kids in gym class that is just bouncing off the walls. The gym teacher's like, line up, kids. Let's have a nice game of dodgeball. And he's all off in the corner. Look at this shit. He just falls off the cliff. He has no poise or class or other big, rich, hoity-toity British words that I can't think of. He is not a refined human being. But look at this shot right here. Ooh, damn, he can pull off some shit when he really tries to. It's a spazzy kind of gun because it just wastes ammo left and right. Like, it doesn't have any refinement like the M8s or the AN, where those guns have much better bullet economy, and they actually hit target. The weird thing is, if you shoot a burst of the M8, it seems more likely to hit than the Type 25, even though the Type is supposedly pretty damn accurate. I think one buff they could definitely do is take down some of the recoil on this weapon, or kind of incentivize burst shooting, like having the first few bullets incredibly accurate and not kick at all, or something like that. Kind of like in the same mindset of the AN, how the first 2 shots of the AN shoot faster. I don't know. They probably could do something like that with the Type 25. I just got shanked out of my pants right there. They could do that with the Type 25 and make it much more of a competitive gun and have that skill aspect to it, because I think that's part of the reason why the AN dominates everything in the AR automatic field, is because of that first 2-shot burst idea that just dominates the automatics. So here's the thing, man. If you're trying to mess around with this spazzy kid, you have to understand, like, he needs Ritalin, he needs special attention. He's a spaz. He's going to annoy you from time to time. Like, this gun's going to get you hit markers. It's going to fail you when you really need it to pay attention and take care of business. But if you come packed, with that Ritalin in hand, if you're prepared to deal with this retardedly spastic kid, you can make some use out of it. Like, I really think you need to use quick draw on this gun, because if you don't, weapons that have like a 3-shot kill and are very accurate, if you ADS at the same time and the same speed, you're going to end up losing that fight. This gun really excels. Get out of that fucking corner again, bitch. I thought I told you. This gun really excels when it's able to just keep mowing on target. Look, I'm stuck with Executioner. I just use ammo so quick with this. Like, you want to use extended mags, but the thing is, extended mags is the type of thing you put on a gun when you're already going to win the game. Like, when you're already beasting on bad players, that's when you use extended mags. That's when you use scavenger instead of, like, toughness. But I don't recommend stuff for, like, the guy just spawned on the tactical insertion. Turn it on with the hammer. Get out of my fucking face, son. And for this game, I'm just be picking up and scavenging weapons because obviously the Type 25 can't maintain an ammo capacity worth of shit. The thing is, what the hell was I saying before I got in that tangent? The Type 25, you have to build it to win gunfights. You can't build it with the luxury of putting on like extended mags or something, because it does have that like downside to it. Whereas like the M8 is so powerful and accurate all the time that you can put on extended mags. You can feel like you don't need quick draw or stock sometimes. That's kind of the shitty thing with some of the best weapons in the game, and that it is that in like every category. The MSMC's like that as well. It gets the benefit of not really needing certain attachments, but the best way to use the Type 25 is primary gunfighter, reflex sight, quick draw, stock. Honestly, that's how I feel. Some people I think might want to put the laser sight on it, but honestly, you want to go for headshots. You want to use it like an AR when you can. Hip fire is always going to be good. You don't need the laser sight for that. So, hope you enjoyed this video, bringing this series back. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
Fuck the intro. Ain't nobody got time for that. Maestro, hit that beat. For those of you that know, well, what the fuck am I saying? For those of you who don't know, I was the white knight of the community, standing against Clash of the Commentators 13. The crap, the atrocity of the top 8, the averageness, the staleness, the pain in everyone's chest. I went into the battlefield to confront it, and I came out victorious. What the hell are you talking about, FREEDO? Well, as this email shows, KontrolFreek's been in contact with me for some time. They've actually done a pretty good job cleaning up this event, doing whatever they can to reveal the judging process, which we still don't know as much as we'd like to know, but at least they're doing something to reconcile the wrongs that they've done. And the funny thing is, the event is kind of a failure. I don't think it's got as much hype behind it as it should. If the top 4 judges would actually promote it, I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But at least KontrolFreek's picking up their slack, revealed that the guy at KontrolFreek screened down the 300 entries that were submitted and mowed it down to about 90, sent those to the 5 judges, or 4 judges, excuse me. And then they whittled it down to the 8 from there. So we don't know exactly who the 90 were, I don't believe, unless that is what's posted on the Clash of the Commentators website. They have a gallery there. I don't know if that is the final 90. I didn't count how many there's there, but neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter the process. The matter is the end result, which is atrocious. And if you're reading that email that I posted on the screen a moment ago, yours truly will be invited as a judge into ClashCom13 if it happens. And judging by his enthusiasm, it seems that it will. But that's neither here nor there. KontrolFreek could go bankrupt by that time. Who knows, right? But hopefully they stay around. I could be a judge for ClashCom13. Looking forward to it. He has my number, or my email and Twitter, but nobody calls anybody on the phone anymore. So that's that. It's kind of a cool idea that voicing your opinion actually did something for once. Like he said that they're going to have a wider panel as well as a more set criteria for judging, which is 2 main concerns. So pretty much if they add that, the next one will be better. David and Goliath story. Took on big business, and I made them bow down to me. So that's cool. Whatever. We'll see what actually comes up of that. Honestly, I feel I've won more from the drama of this event than even the winner will win from this event. I'm sorry. Woo, it sucks that that's that way, but the video I posted on TSG did incredibly well, and the ClashCom videos themselves are doing people don't really want to follow the type of event that has mediocre content, like I said. But, you know, whatever. To each his own. But for those of you who've been hanging around the FREEDO house over here, the party that we've got going on, you may have noticed the elbow room is a little bit tighter. Running out of seats. Not enough cups for everyone. But we're accommodating the new joins to the party. A couple hundred people came over from the TSG video. Awesome. Welcome. Have a seat on the floor, obviously. Like I said, there's no chairs. But just clear some things up, because I know I'm not a typical channel, okay? There's a lot of things that the attitudes of my channel that is just kind of different. And if you haven't been following me this entire time, I feel like I don't like repeating myself, but some things need to get repeated. I do YouTube for money, okay? I do. But that's not a bad thing, okay? I'm $50,000 in debt. Unless you have graduated from college and are also $50,000 in debt, do not talk to me about money whoring, okay? You can complain about my content and have preferences and say what you want to say about what you want to see and things like that. I think my content's better than it's ever been. I'm always improving shit. But just straight up so you guys know, I do YouTube for the money. It's fun. I enjoy it. But I went to school for media production in some ways. Broadcast electronic communications as well as English writing. A lot of fields I can get into, and YouTube is kind of a starter position for me in many ways. To get my career off the ground, to try things, to be creative. That is a good thing for you. Because if I'm just a guy that does YouTube for fun, I might not work as hard to make as good of content. That's the thing. You gotta keep the fun in your heart, but doing it in the idea of having the most successful channel possible is what hones it. The fun gives the inspiration and the heart of it, but the profit margin is what keeps me uploading daily, makes me be a perfectionist about it. But obviously, I'm not a sellout. I don't sell my soul for the dollar. I just put in extra work for the dollar. I give you the real shit, but I want to get paid for it. You don't get mad when your favorite rapper, who tells it like it is making that money. I don't know why I said it like that. That's nerdy as fuck. But you get my point. Everybody's got to grind. And like I've said 5 months ago when I started my partnership, please turn off ad block and support the channel. I always allow the 5-second skip. Surely the 5 seconds of ad viewing is quantity payment for the minutes of enjoyment that you will receive from my video. But I know some people don't feel that way. I always get hate whenever I say that. Don't really give a shit. So, now thousands of people unsub from my channel, but you know, that's fine. Shit happens. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outro.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is the king of being the only commentator on the history of planet Earth to defend Black Ops 2. You've come to the right place if you're looking for some Black Ops 2 praise, because I'm here to damage control much of the unwarranted. This is the second time I've done this commentary, because the first time I fucked up and I still said that same fucking word. Unwarranted. It's a new word. We're making it up today. Unwarranted hate on Black Ops 2. My boy Thunder made a video, like he always does, bashing Black Ops 2, and some of the things I think is just a little bit too unfair. He made a video comparing MW3 to Black Ops 2, and he came up with more things he disliked or hated about Black Ops 2. Here's some things, though. The things in MW3 had more weight to them. So it wasn't so much a point that he had more things on his list. I think it's more that he didn't attribute the value of those things more. But, furthermore, we're going to get into taking some of the complaints that he has in the community in general, because it's not just Thunder. It's a whole community of people who bandwagon the hate of the current Call of Duty, because that's always the hip thing to do, isn't it? I was on that wagon in MW3, but so was everybody. And now we're given a much better game than MW3, and people are still on the hate train. And playing the game, no less. That's the funniest part. Here's the thing, guys. There's so many issues in Black Ops 2, very obviously broken problems, that aren't exclusive to Black Ops 2. They're Call of Duty problems, not Black Ops 2 problems. So it's not fair that you attribute these problems to Black Ops 2 like they invented them. That's how I ignore a lot of the, quote, game-breaking things in Black Ops 2. Lag. Bad in every COD. Camera angles. I know a lot of people think the camera angle thing was only a problem in Black Ops 2, and I don't know why I haven't mentioned this before, but camera angles have always been janky. They're more janky in Black Ops 2, I'll give you that. But they've always gave the benefit to the player who's moving. It's a part of the lag compensation that's always been in the game. The developers want to give the power to the player who's moving. And in Black Ops 2, you have more power than you did before because your camera is slightly in front of you. You're able to shoot just a millisecond faster than before you turn the corner. Is it a big problem and a difference? Yes, but it's an equal playing field for all players. It's not as game-breaking as perks like Sit Rep Pro, where you can hear people coming from a mile away. It's an equal playing field that everybody has to deal with. Now, the lag, you can argue and say, I get more lag than everybody else. Whatever. If I'm playing on a good connection, most of the time the connection runs just as good or bad as it did in every other Call of Duty. So that's a wash. COD problem, not a Black Ops 2 problem. What else do we talk about? Pistols. The pistol thing, man. We're still on that? After plenty of nerfs to the Cap 40. Listen, man. I don't think there should be semi-auto and automatic pistols in the game. But once again, that was a relentless killer, by the way, in regular TDM. Just pointing that out, if anyone was paying attention. Don't act like Black Ops 2 invented the powerful secondary thing. That's a Modern Warfare thing. Spaz Shotgun and MW2, Akimbo FMG9s, MP9 Silence, which basically was another MP7 and got benefits from the Specialist bonus, might I add. A lot of people go to MW3 though and say, I don't care because I could get kills with my normal weapon. But here's the problem that you're misunderstanding about a game that's so easy, and we've already covered this. MW3 is easier because it's much easier to get kills, much harder to get kills. We'll further explain this when we talk about shooting first and dying and getting too many hit markers. We'll explain that later. But just because your ACR is so overpowered that you feel you're at even footing with the equally ridiculously super powered MP9, that doesn't solve the problem. If you just scale the game up so it's so incredibly easy and you can't have gun skill gaps, what are you really proving then? It turns into a whoever shoots first game. It takes the skill component out of it. We've already talked about this. In Halo, there's a very slow time to kill, and it takes much more aim to kill a player. In Black Ops 2, it's similar to that in some ways because the guns are harder to use than previous Call of Duties and do less damage. Well, some of them are easy to use, but the point is they do less damage than MW2 and 3 is the point. Is it a drastic change? Are we playing Halo now? No. But the fact is, when you combine the fact that the players move faster in Black Ops 2, as well as the best guns in the game have recoil. A lot of people are like, oh, there's guns with no recoil on Black. The MSMC is considered the best gun in the game. That thing has the most recoil out of like any SMG we've ever seen. It's up there with like the UMP. It's really high. But yet it's still the best gun in the game, right? Oh no, the best gun in the game is the light machine guns. They're the best gun in the game. We finally have a game where the light machine gun isn't completely useless and everybody complains. I don't understand what you people want. You're not being fair to these developers. There's nothing they can do. Do you really want the same exact balance that you've always had? Do you want 3/4 of the game to be completely useless? I don't. And that's why I like Black Ops 2. I can put on an MK and learn the weapon, learn its strengths and weaknesses, and be a more well-rounded player. And the fucking idiot ran into a sentry gun. What the fuck are you thinking, you idiot? But I don't think COD players want to do that, do they? They like the laziness of MW3 that gifted bad players with easy weapons, support package, specialist streaks that gave you superpowers. You can't get away with that in Black Ops 2. Now I know a lot of the gameplay guys say like, well, gameplays are too easy to get. Your gameplays don't impress me no matter what game you're fucking playing. Okay, I don't care if it's swarms getting kills or you spawn trapping with specialist ballistic vests and getting Moabs. I don't care what your fucking gameplay standard is, you fucking nerds. Okay? We've already proved that the skill gap in Black Ops 2 is higher, judging by the way the competitive scene works. Now, I'll give you the fact that the game is balanced towards the 4v4 competitive. Everything's balanced around that. That was their goal, their template. And some things don't translate well when they go back into 6v6. This is true, I understand that. But at the same time, I'd rather learn how to deal with an LMG that's now actually got a point in the game, which stretches the metagame, rather than having a narrow metagame where it's like, well, you pretty much pick 3 guns or you're screwed. Now you can pick through a more beautiful array of weapons. You can pick the AN, the FAL, the M8, the MK48, which I'm using, this badass Arnold Schwarzenegger type motherfucking gun. You can use a Remington. You can use submachine guns, even though you fucking noobs can't apparently get kills with them. And there we get to the fucking noobs part. Let's close it out with this argument about shoot first and dying, getting too many hit markers, the hit detection, blah, 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 blah. The reason you're getting hit... You get hit markers in Halo and don't get kills. You know what that's called? Getting outplayed. That's the whole point of the game. And then motherfuckers try to defend that like they like to use the M27 or some dumbass shit like that and don't listen to my advice and still at the same time complain that they can't finish their targets and shit. I don't know what to tell you guys. I tried to give you the best information on how to approach the metagame through a player that's clearly mastered it more than anybody else in this entire YouTube community, but people don't want to listen. It falls on deaf ears. You know, and fine. You know, if you want to go back into playing the most simplistic, honed-in type game, just play the older Call of Duties and leave Black Ops 2 alone, because there's a lot of beautiful aspects to this game that go unrealized. And I mean, there's a lot of improvements to this game too that people just don't even notice. Like the graphics look the best in this game. The colors pop. The shadows aren't dark. It's not meek and shitty to look at like fucking MW3. You content creators, you know this better than anybody. Fucking think about how much color correction you have to put into MW3. You have to like literally take a bucket of paint and throw it at the screen in order to get any colors on MW3. Black Ops 2 is not like that. It's good to look at. Not to mention, the character models have more animations. The gun reloads look cooler. The characters do more. So graphically, I'd say this game is an improvement. You know what? I'm out of gameplay, but fuck that. We're going to keep going. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Small maps. It's another thing. We got all these small maps and the one-shot kill weapons totally pwn my ass. It's not fair. Yet these are the best maps we've ever had.
Head glitches! Head glitches! Oh my god, I don't know how to deal with cover!
Dude, anybody who complains about the map design in this game is just bad at Call of Duty. If you have any idea how to play this game even like remotely well, you can utilize the design of it to a T. It's made for good players. Yet bad players that got coddled in previous Call of Duty got their hands held, got freebies and easy mode weapons and map designs that you didn't have to think about. They got coddled into that. They don't know how to deal with a map that has a flank route to every single spot of the map, or has cover positions put strategically to counter each other. Hey, it's really hard to come up on one of these pieces of cover to counter the other piece of cover. That's just to my brain. It just doesn't. I can't even talk now. Last thing, snipers. The game is not catering to snipers. The game caters itself to good players. And snipers that can quickscope the shit out of you are good players, believe me. If you put an MSMC in that guy's hand, he's going to destroy you with that reaction time and aim. All quickscoping is aiming quickly with a blindfold on. That's the only difference. There's nothing magical about it. Quickscoping in the snipers are not as overpowered as fucking C4. Jesus Christ. Would you look at this shit? At least a sniper has got to aim his shot. Okay? He's got to hit it on your fucking body. He can't throw a package with an area of effect that can get on damage in 1 second. 1 fucking second. Do you see this shit? It can just fly through the air. Fly like an eagle. Just fly in 1 second. Nothing in this game. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO, also known as the self-proclaimed the fucking king of Battlefield 3. I'm gonna be trying to explain to you in this video why the hell people even like Battlefield 3 to begin with. Because I think there's a lot of Call of Duty players out there that don't get it. When you see an open plain in front of you, and beautiful mountains in the distance, layers of textures, trees, bushes, greenery, grassland. As you hike down this plain, you're not supposed to be thinking about the arcade aspects of Call of Duty. You're not supposed to be thinking about Halo jumping around corners and getting in quick gunfights. You're supposed to be watching your ass. This is an enemy position we're running into. Teammates driving their little Humvees through the tracks. I'm hoofing it on foot. Infinite sprint, my soldier. His feet are getting tired. Rock's getting in his fucking way. We're down by like 300 points in this game. Go up this hill. Gonna need to secure one objective at a time. Cross by the gas stations. Been destroyed from battles from before. Teammate has a guy behind him. Shoot him up. Shoot him. Shoot him. Save that guy's fucking life. Beautiful environment. Nothing more beautiful than finding an enemy unaware. Taking him out from the back. Keep hoofing it though. Tree falls down, almost falls on my face and kills me. You don't see that in Call of Duty. Objective. 100 clicks away. Keep running, keep hoofing it in this massive scale battle. Realistic, lifelike, surreal. Clear out the objective. Look for enemies. This is like real life. Left and right. Find a dumbass sitting out in the open. Make short work of him. Get up on this cover. Be careful. Scout it out. Found an enemy. Shoot it out with him. I have two choices. Wait it out and shoot it, or flank him right now. The objective's getting lost. We're bleeding tickets here. Gotta move up. Flank that guy. Pop him in the head. Start taking this objective. It's all down to this moment. One moment to the next. Cap one flag at a time. You're one soldier in hundreds, well, 60s or 30s. There's only so much you can do, but you got to get it done when you have the chance. Getting shot at. Stress situation. Players coming up on me. The objective stopped getting capped. I got to check for him. Find him. Getting shot. Oh my god. And that's what Battlefield's all about, man. That immersion factor, yo. I don't know if I did a very good job with that little boring immersive commentary. Those of you who got bored clicked off the video already. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Battlefield is a realistic game. And you can't go into it with the expectations that you have of a Halo-esque arcadey shooter. I try to like make that differentiation. I don't know. Am I making up words? All the time. And it's like in Battlefield, I wouldn't really worry about camping, is one example. Because in Call of Duty, you want to get that fast-paced rush around. It's like you're playing cops and robbers in the backyard or something. It's not meant to be realistic. But in Battlefield, if you're in an entrenched position holding off the enemy, I'm not going to stop holding this spot. The enemy's coming to me. They're flowing through. I'm going to hold it. Hop up on their destroyed tank right here. Find some more guys. Get some shots into them. Ah, this gun's crazy. The recoil's over the place. Suppression assist. And that's what a lot of these aspects of Battlefield are all about. That's what the suppression is about, even though I think they're toning it down. They want to give you the feeling of being in a war environment. Military shooter. Pop that dude. Duck out. There's another guy coming. It's that type of game. And like, if you don't understand that, if you go into the game wondering why the hell you have to run across the map to find somebody, or why there's vehicles in the game, you're not taking in you're not appreciating. You're like, you don't have the palate to absorb the flavors of Battlefield. Now, I don't really like it on console because it doesn't get fully actualized, and I'm not going to buy it on PC at full price. I would have picked it up for $5 though, but I don't even know if my GPU could handle it very well. But that's the deal with Battlefield, man. And I already talked about my Battlefield 4 talk and predictions and expectations and stuff. I look forward to it, and I can get into a game like this. And I suggest those of you who turn a cold shoulder to the Battlefield series because it's not fast-paced or all this other dumb shit. It's like, you have to realize that it's an MMO. It's more of an MMO than an arcade FPS. It's not an arcade FPS. It's not even close. It's not comparable. You can't even, it's apples and oranges. And I kind of got that understanding when I was trying to play PlanetSide 2. And I got more of an appreciation for Battlefield 3. Because in PlanetSide 2, there's not really an end game. It's just is constantly moving, and your individual actions mean even less than they do in Battlefield 3 because it's more of a global scale and the conflicts last for days or whatever. I don't really understand the whole scheme of it, but at least in Battlefield it's structured into a single game. So like a game of, what is this, Rush, I think? I get confused. I forget which ones are which, but a game of Rush has those multiple stages and it's like a drawn out conflict. It's supposed to give you that immersion factor of real large-scale engagements. So that's about it. This last little section of the gameplay is kind of interesting too, and it gives you that, like what I'm trying to explain, the immersion of the limitations of your soldier and the realistic representations of the weapons, or at least realistic enough. So I'm mowing down these guys over here, reloading my weapon, trying to get shots on target. Guy comes up on me, take his ass out. And now I see there's a couple enemies on me. I have no choice but to lay down, go prone. I should have healed my teammate right there. That would have been smart. But get ready for these guys pushing forward. It's more, there's so much more strategy involved in Battlefield, and much less of the like WASD or the stick movement. Like COD is much more important of how you position and move and jump and the momentum of your soldier, of your character, whatever. But in Battlefield, it's much more about just playing strategically and smart and dealing with it on a team level on that full open scale. You just get raped by that spaz though. But I was pinned down that whole time. That's the way this game works, ladies and gentlemen. Immersion. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also known as the upcoming motherfucking king of the balance of Black Ops 2. So, obviously, Black Ops 2 is my favorite game in the COD series. But we're in the last leg of the Black Ops 2 life cycle. The last DLC will be coming out sooner rather than later. There was a Fury kill right there, by the way. And what I would like to see is one big heaping patch at the end, or like sooner rather than later, obviously, to totally change the metagame of this game. MW3 had something very similar to this. Now Black Ops 2 has been altering things throughout, and the last really huge change was a couple months ago where the TAR and like a lot of the mid-tier weapons got buffed, but the mid-tier weapons didn't get buffed enough. Like the SWAT, the TAR, the M27, they all got buffs, but it really didn't change much of the metagame. The only things that really made big differences were the PDW getting nerfed, which now that's more of a pub stomper weapon rather than a competitive weapon. And other than that, things are just like getting pushed in little slider directions. But I would like to see this get even perfected more so. Now, first and foremost, we'll talk about the MTAR. But the deal is with this gun, it's always going to be in the shadow of the AN, because the AN has vertical recoil that's more manageable at range. The AN's always going to have that slight advantage, not to mention that it's got that cute little burst fire in the beginning of its shots. That's really powerful as well. But really, I think the MTAR needs a headshot multiplier. Very simple buff would make this gun much more competitive. They increase the 3-hit kill range, but a headshot multiplier would make it less useless at range, because that's really what happens. The MTAR has circular recoil, and you're firing at range, it just gets mowed over, and it just can't hit shots accurately enough. It doesn't have a headshot multiplier, so it's really only a mid-range weapon. So that's my buff for the MTAR. The M27 is an interesting weapon as well, and I have much more to say about this. That's why I use the MTAR footage to preface this series, and I'll be talking more about the M27. The deal is, the M27 is by far the easiest AR to put shots on target in this game. I guess the M8's pretty easy as well, but it's a burst fire rifle, and you really have to hit your shots in order to make use of it. The M27 has that hose down effect where you can just keep spraying and adjusting your aim, which is always useful in Call of Duty. Now, the good thing about the M27 is that they did not recreate an ACR from the Modern Warfare series. The ACR was so manageable and powerful at the same time that there was no reason to use any other automatic. I would hate for that to happen. I like the skill of the AN. It's kind of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, or 1, excuse me. Yeah, I'm getting confused. That's the thing. That's the reason why they can't call it Modern Warfare 4. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 1, the M16, and the AK was pretty good, but the M16 still kind of overpowered it a little bit. The AN's kind of like the AK in that regard, and the M4 wasn't that good either. But still, this weapon is kind of crappy. There's a few buffs you could do there's two routes you could take. The first one I don't want them to take. I don't want them to remove all the recoil from this weapon and turn it into a MW2 ACR. I think that would turn it into an amazing super beast, and all of a sudden that would be the main weapon you see instead of the AN. Let's keep it real. There's only so many options for fully automatic assault rifles that you really need in the game. There's going to be a one best one. It's kind of hard to differentiate between the two. I can't really see a reason to use the AN if the M27 didn't have any recoil at all. So, instead, I want to see them do something interesting and drastic with this weapon. I want to see a headshot multiplier on this bad boy that could turn it into a 2-shot kill to the head. I know it sounds ridiculous. I don't know if that means it's like a 4x multiplier or a 1.9 or I don't know. I don't know what you would have to do, but I want to see this gun reward awesome hose down aim. I think that would put it in a very interesting category that we've never seen before in a Call of Duty game. There's a lot of innovative things in the Black Ops 2 weapons that people don't really give credit for, like the AN quick shots at the beginning is one example of it, but I want to see an outrageous headshot multiplier on this weapon, and I think it would be competitive in the metagame as well. Out of footage, let me know what you guys think. I like this series. I'm going to keep doing it. Buff these guns. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is Upper Motherfucking. Wait a second. I just joined a game in progress. What the crap is this? Down by 120 points, 3 minutes left in the game. Kill streak's coming down. Dino a lightning strike. Holy moly, put on the launchers. Dog comes and eats my asshole out. Don't you hate joining games like this? This guy Chad here is dropping swarms and load stars before even joining the game, so obviously we lose that, get cremated. What the fuck? He dropped 98 kills! 21 captures? Holy moly, this guy must be a fucking beast. Gameplay commentator channel, score per minute sitting at a 634. Mine's down there, but keep in mind this isn't really my main account. I don't really play Hardpoint on this account, but I'm thinking this guy's a fucking madman. And my buddy says, yo, FREEDO, let's back out of this room. I'm not trying to get dropped load stars on and shit. I'm like, hey, man, let's just see what this guy's really all about, okay? Because I can hang. I'm not afraid of backing out from a challenge. In fact, I prefer a challenge. I prefer a game where I'm going to coming against players that are actually pretty good. So here at the top, you can see the counter between my kills and his kills throughout this abbreviated game. We're not going to show you the whole gameplay because it does get kind of competitive. I don't even play my best, honestly. But the point is to highlight this Chad character and reveal him for who he really is. And I don't mean to bash him. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or whatever, but he probably doesn't. He just likes to go for the high scores, and, you know, that's cool, but the whole point of this is to show you guys who think stats mean everything. Stats just mean the only thing stats prove is showing how well you can pad them. You know what I mean? If they mean whatever you've made them mean, is my point. If you are the type of player who knows you go for the win all the time and do what you got to do, your stats are going to reflect that, and you can analyze it as from your own experience. You know what you do. But if you're the type of guy who whores out the hard point and milks the time and just tries to milk the points off it because you know you can get free score streaks for it, you might not be as good as your stats say you are. And that's why stats in Call of Duty mean just about nothing. Just about nothing. That's what stats mean. Other than League, what league you're in. When you're playing League, if you're in Masters League, you're probably better than a Gold League. And there I destroy his Lodestar, and he rage quits with 1 minute left to the go. That wasn't a Lodestar, it was a VTOL, whatever. But the point of the matter is, folks at home, and they had players drop out left and right. They were just leaving here at the end because they couldn't take the heat. You know, you go in a game playing noobs, and you drop like almost 100 kills, and your teammates all excited, and you think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then you go against me, who is going to sit on the hard point, is going to hold lanes, and is going to stop you from milking the clock like you do against normal noobs, and then you get mad, and you back out, and then I don't know if he destroyed his Xbox, you know, burned it, broke up with his girlfriend if he had one, however he like dealt with that stress of dealing with actually skilled opponents. You know, I don't know why people have this mindset that pub stomping is the be-all end-all. Other gaming communities literally laugh at us. They think we're outrageous. The whole idea that like KD is representative of your skill and how console players beat their chest constantly. Boom, 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 boom. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. You're a bad kid. You do this. You bunny hop. You drop shot. You use this gun. Use that gun. That doesn't really happen in other gaming communities. And oftentimes, kill-death ratio is one of the least important things. I mean, the point of this is that I can do and go out and get the gameplay that impresses people on YouTube. And when I say people, you know, I mean the little children, the 30-year-old guys who don't have time to play the game that much, don't really know what's what, are really bad themselves, and then they get on the internet and they're like, oh man, he's dropping tripler nuclears and Moabs and he must be a really good player. It's just, these things only prove how much better you are than your direct opposition. They don't prove how good you are, they just prove the gap between your team and the other team. That's why I don't understand what the big deal is. Because honestly, I got pretty bored in this session. Now what you're going to see here is, hold on a sec. One off the Relentless Killer. Find this guy. Where is he? Get in this gunfight. Stressful situation. Jump across the corner. Am I going to wait? He's going to shoot me back. Oh, and I was ready and waiting. And I get the Relentless Killer. Kills like that are much more interesting to me than when I'm mowing down a bunch of fish in a barrel with a silenced weapon that I found on the ground. That's another thing, man. The whole like silencer and specialist bonus like culture that spawned from MW3, what you don't understand is that the silencer is one of the biggest crutches in Call of Duty. The biggest crutch in Black Ops 2, of course, is the C4. But the silencer gives you a false sense of security. Because against good players, I can hear a silencer. I can pinpoint it in my headset. I know where you're shooting from regardless. It doesn't matter if you pop up on the UAV. Popping on the UAV, you know, is annoying that you don't, but it's not like you're going to rape me constantly in my spawn. I'm never going to know where you're... Oh, which way did it go? Which way did it go? No, I can follow you and track you and beat you. But it's a pub stomping tool. And a lot of people complain that the silencer got such a nerf in Black Ops 2, and I'm fucking glad. I am so fucking happy. I mean, there's so many things Black Ops 2 did right for my preferences that, like, the silencer, there is a big damage range drop-off if you decide to use one. You're really limited, and that makes me happier than a pig in shit, let me tell you what, because I was sick of seeing that MP7 silenced when you get range and kick focus, speed, agility, superpowers, Super Saiyan level 5, whatever you get from specialist bonus in MW3. I was sick of seeing that being the norm. Now in Black Ops 2, if you want to use a silencer, you can still pub stomp the shit out of people with it, but there is a noticeable notch down in damage that you're going to have to deal with, and you just can't get away with doing that against good players. Because the thing is, man, at the end of the day, this type of gameplay kind of bores me. Like, it's fun for a while, but there's no depth to it. It doesn't last long. I'm not really proud of dropping 50-something kills in a hardpoint game against bad players. Like, oh, it's not 100+, so you're not good. That's the thing. Like, what's the difference between dropping 50 kills and 100 kills? Well, there's a few options. You may have hoarded out the objective like that Chad guy did for 10 minutes and just capture it, run away, kill the guy, capture it again. So whoring out your streaks and getting more score streaks than you're supposed to. In Domination, they don't capture objectives, let the game last longer, do a whole bunch of whoring out bullshit. Why does anybody find this interesting? I just don't understand. Now, I think I did a decent job editing some of the action clips in this video. Look at this. 10 bullets in the clip. Deciding to breach this room. Gotta hit every single shot. Slow motion. Take that guy out. 3 bullets left. Gotta hit every shot again. Bam. Those are the little moments. Those little clutch moments. bullet economy, smart plays. That's the type of things that I look for in a gameplay. But I think there's way too many people out there that look just for the score line. They look for how many nuclears you get, and it's just like, what difference does it make? Because me personally, I have a mental block. When I'm doing so well in a game, I have the natural desire to just sort of ease back and stop trying. Because it's not fun to just destroy. And if you're beating a guy up, if you win a fight fair and square, you know, get in a bar, he grabs your girlfriend's ass, you punch him directly in the face, and the bartender kicks you out, you take it back outside, and then you start beating him in the chest, and you uppercut him, and he falls on the ground. At that point, when he's on the fucking ground, bleeding, laying there, squirming like a little baby, you don't walk over and start pounding his fucking face in. That's just not, like, gentlemanlike or something. I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but you have to take the point on yourself to realize when you're beating the shit out of someone you've already beat, and that's just kind of fucking lame. Now, in a competitive scene, that's totally different. Like, it's a totally different aspect. The reason I have that mindset is because this is supposed to be the casual scene. This is public matches. This is where just sort of chilling and hanging out. I just okey-doked that guy with the little combat knife there. That was crazy. This is where you're supposed to be hanging out and not taking things too seriously. Why is there a whole community of people who think getting great gameplays or high-scoring gameplays in public matches means something? You're not winning against good players. You're not beating Envy, who just picked up Karma, who's a fucking beast. Envy's gonna be destroying shit from now on, as they just, the 12-point club. Rambo, I mean, that's another whole little drama in itself, ain't it? Like, Jay Nasty is trying to get his Doom buddies into the competitive scene, and then Envy, who is like a superpower team now that they picked up Karma from FREEDO Impact, or Impact, whatever their name is now, and they destroy them in the qualifiers for UMG Atlanta, I think it was. Well, it's not a qualifier, but it's an ICN tournament that gives you a seed to a UMG, whatever. And they post it, and some people are like, wow, they shouldn't have posted. That's not fair. Of course they beat up Jay Nasty. Well, here's the thing, though. If you're going to enter into that competitive environment, you don't say, like, oh, that's bad sport. This whole aspect and the ideology of it all is completely backwards. It's like these people think it's totally cool for pub stompers to just destroy and eat the hearts out of their victims to the 10th degree, but in a competitive scene where you're supposed to be trying, and it's about the competitiveness of the game, not about like a casual experience. There's nobody in there just dicking around having fun, or that's not very good. Everybody's good at the game. Why wouldn't you destroy them? That's the whole thing. Like, people, our community's clearly backwards some fucking times. It really is. And I may just switch over directly to Battlefield 4, like, in a heartbeat. I'll do Ghosts for sure. I've already talked about this. I'll do Ghosts casually, and I don't know. I might make a Ghost wish list video, but honestly, in short, it kind of just comes down to the fact that I just don't have that much of expectations for Call of Duty anymore. The community has really failed me on a number of levels. I would think things would be a lot better than they are. I mean, we've made progress, but we're still not where I would hope we would be. There's still a whole shitload of delusional people out there who just don't understand so many fundamental truths about this game, about skill, and about this, that, and the next thing. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't. Well, the gameplay's going to be wrapping up here in a sec. Please drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Leave a comment below if you thought the gameplay was super beast mode, playing against these crappy opponents. Honestly, what I would like to see is a bigger separation between casual and ranked. I don't think casual should have any stats whatsoever. People take that shit too seriously. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO, also known as the motherfucking king of the KSG shotgun. Man, when I reviewed this weapon quite a while ago, I was a little bit naive to the immense amount of fun you can have with it. The KSG, I don't think it gets enough credit, honestly, for what Treyarch made with some of these more unique weapons that we haven't really seen in Call of Duty before. I mean, yes, they're very simple at like additions, like a 3-round burst, a machine gun, a slug-firing shotgun, guns, automatic weapons that shoot faster at the start of the clip, magazine, whatever. Things like that. But Treyarch, I think, did a decent job at adding some variety to this game. And honestly, the KSG is one of those weapons that if you really force yourself to learn this weapon, I think it's the most fun gun in the game, to be honest with you. I used to think I liked the Ballista Irons better than this because it actually can shoot at range. But the thing is, the KSG's got that mobility. And personally, when I use it, I think, and this is, some people think this stuff is crazy when you put 3 attachments that don't coincide, but primary gunfighter, long barrel quick draw, and laser sight. Now, some people say things like, wow, if you're going to have quick draw, why do you have laser sight? Well, the point is, sometimes you want to hip fire and sometimes you want a quick aim, and then also the laser constricts the reticle so that when you are firing that sort of like quick scope, if you will, you can sometimes get that shot on target faster. So that's kind of a cool thing. The KSG is one of my favorite weapons in this game to dick around with. Now, I do want to apologize for those of you who think this commentary is going to last this entire duration. It's not. There's not a whole lot more I have to say about the KSG, but I do have all this awesome footage that I've been sitting on, a bunch of cool clips of just KSG Rampage, and I wanted to release it, but there's just not. If I put it like a bland commentary topic over it, I feel like it really detracts from the awesomeness of the clips. And if I just mumble for the rest of this, I've already gave my best tips and my thoughts on it. Like, what else am I got to say? So instead, I'm going to play you guys some music from my music guy who gives me my background beats for all of my videos and sort of plug him a little bit. I hope you guys go check out his Twitter, follow him on Twitter, and thank him. His name is @BlondeQTheMC. You can find his music and download it for free on SoundCloud.com/BlondeQTheMC. If you're confused or forget, you can just ask him on Twitter. He's linked in the description right now under music, and he's linked there in every description. So if you forget to check now, you can check another time as well. So be sure to go thank him for supplying the background beats and also enjoy his music here. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Afternoon stresses turn to late night sessions. Melt these leaves, we elevate to high degrees. The intricacies complex, make my mind convex. I'ma let you hit this weed, baby, but I'm next. Rockin' penny loafers, getting head on the sofa, blowing down a couple trees, laying naked in the sheets. Heavenly speech and girlies touches like an angel. I tried to keep it straight, but guess you played a different angle. My mind's tangled and my world's tethered to the ground. Try to close my eyes, but I can always hear the man it sounds. Thoughts toxic, making me agnostic. I gotta find myself before I can try and stop it. Embody cosmic, philosophical topics. Constellation destinations, you can spot me levitating. Never waiting, cause that's holding me down. So I let go of my past to get a grip on my now, yeah. Bamboo snap from a child.
Follow my steps. Live like my 5 degree. I drop like I should have invented the raincoat. Vigilante. Vigilante. Hardcore. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur.
Keep it fresh up on the paper like the most high order. Keep it locked tight like carrying your daughter. I'm not a martyr, but I would die for my cause. I keep that most prone to put the game on pause. I rock that steel-toe jaw, clinching the apprehension that you mentioned. Pop clutch to 6 while the others stay wrenching in the pits. I admit for a bit, I couldn't keep it legit. My Washingtons was getting bust in the lip. I was just a nice guy, trying to slang a little weed. Short as 68 grams, fuck that, I make his eyes bleed. Punks wanna try me on that negative vibe. I had to be the bigger man and let that nonsense slide. Because Cause on that ride, I aim and lay him down. I only get to see it come back around. I said, on that ride, I aim and lay him down. I only get to see it come back around. Yeah.
Recognize, follow my steps. Live like my 5 degree. I drop like I should have invented the raincoat. Vigilante, hardcore. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur.
Take a man from it, but it's hard to digest. Putting your heart on the line, working for progress. Beyond stress, feeling like you trust is the issue. Cause all you do is give, but still receiving the misuse. Our tissues and blood run through similar veins. So why is that? How you act when you're feeling the pain? You hit me deep, I don't speak as I'm walking away. Drowning me in your flood, cause you won't deal with the rain. Lord forgive me, this anger isn't all that it seems. Lowered his eyes, burned the fire, now I'm hearing the scream. I'm in the scene, caught up, oh memories get broader. Wrap my hands around her throat, so much for what they taught us. Yo, who is that? I don't know, someone take him away. Before I lay this woman here and put her down in the grave. In fact, your age, telling me I'm always running from conflict. But can you tell me what is clashing ever a conflict, huh?
Recognize, follow my steps. Live like my 5 degree. I drop like I should have invented the raincoat. Vigilante, hardcore. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur.
Large mountain. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Come here, come here. Jump over the gap. Get the stick. Go kill the guy. Good boy. Cool mask. Cliche gun sight that'll never get used in the actual game because it sucks. Also looks like a tack insert in the back. Cool magnum. Sounds like a pop gun. Dogs are better than soldiers. Accessorize. Player does not yell, throwing stun needlessly. M&M. Implementing, quote, innovative gameplay seen in multiple shooters for over a decade. Noob tubes? Really? We still haven't just taken these out yet? Peripheral vision making it even easier to snipe. Play with friends, you loser. Again with this leaning shit. Slug shotgun returns. Explosions! 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 New game modes that will definitely be played. Jump over stuff. Kill streaks. Tags. 30 new guns that are definitely not all reskinned versions from previous games. Dragonfire actually kills things. Pay attention folks, new game modes. Hear that ticking? C4 on a timer? Rocket launcher gives birth to twins. What's the point of blowing up this random junkyard bus? Explosions! Ho ho ho! Say hello to my little friend. Marksman rifles, oh boy! As long as they nerf quickscoping, maybe these will actually have a point to exist. Only Use Me Blade really deserves more credit. And oh yeah, the knife animation is awesome and balanced. Cliche sniper headshot. There's something fundamentally wrong with the structural integrity of a gas station if a few bullets into its foundation causes it to collapse. Dynamic maps. You go, girl! Using the name of one of the most hated perks in your franchise as the subtitle for your game. But the smoke looked cool. This guy just baseball slid into a portal and dodged an IMS. Yep. What's going on, guys? I want to dig into analyzing the Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer reveal because there's a lot of things to break down and look into, but first of all, I want to look at these two new game modes, mostly because everyone seemed to give them universal praise, and I'm here to knock some sense into you guys and make you realize the gravity of the situation, because they say it's built to do one thing, but you have to think about it abstractly. You can't just take the message verbatim as they give it to you. But we'll get into that in a second. I think I'm going to do a few videos about this because honestly, I'm actually strangely pretty excited about this game, which is an odd thing to say. Even if they screw up a lot of things royally, Call of Duty's always a fun, casual game at the bottom of it all. Like, even though I hated MW3, there still was fun to be had in certain game modes. I really like Drop Zone and things like that. There's always a fun underbelly of Call of Duty, no matter how bad they mess things up. That's why people keep buying it every year. But we'll talk about a more full encompassing approach to the multiplayer reveal. Is just too much to unpack right away. but I want to talk about these game modes first and foremost.
For every kill that you get one of Call of Duty's favorite perks. So that's Last Stand, Martyrdom, and of course Painkiller. I'm just kidding, none of that's in the game anymore. I've spent a lot of time playing with it.
And here Fwiz gives his little joke about the perks. Check out this tweet, by the way. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the problem with this cranked game mode, and everybody's excited. Oh, it's going to stop people from camping and blah, blah, blah. This is what you need to realize. Getting a kill in this game punishes you because it forces you to find another kill in 30 seconds. And the power that they give you for getting that kill, as far as I could see, is way too small. You move a little bit faster, and you get some crappy perk, I think. I'm not exactly certain how it works, but the point is, this game mode is more of an equalizer than it is built to stop people from camping. Because people who camp don't get in many engagements anyway. So even if they camp and get a kill, they're going to go 1-to-1 either way, whether the timer kills them or whatever. But this forces rushing to be harder because now you have to rush and you have to find that engagement. You can't find it, wait on it, play it smart. No matter what, you're on a timer and you're about to die. You have to force the next engagement even when you don't want to. So it's not so much that it helps campers. It forces people who get in engagements and win them to be more aggressive and more reckless than they're supposed to be. Really, it's a skill equalizer at the end of the day. It's not going to do much for campers. Campers lose their games anyway. Yeah, they annoy you that they sit in corners, but people will still camp in this game mode and never win. People camp in free-for-alls and don't win. People will be content with camping in a corner in a free-for-all game and get 6 kills in the whole thing, have no chance of reaching the 30 kills to win the game, and that's how they'll play. People will play cranked that same exact way, and really it's just going to make the player who's trying to win be punished because you have that timer on you to destroy you. Now, how could we improve this? Obviously, I think the 30-second timer is way too short, especially on maps that are bigger than this one. People had trouble finding engagements in that 30-second timer in this quote-unquote, as Fwiz said, small map, or maybe it was Benson, I don't know. This is supposed to be a small action-packed map. Are we going to have separate maps for this game mode? Because if there's not, the larger TDM maps, you're going to be completely screwed. You're going to be like hesitant to shoot people. You're going to want to try to find multiple targets together. It's just really odd. If anything, there should be a fire under the ass of the player who's not moving, not a fire under the ass of the player who's already getting kills. You see what I'm saying? Why are we punishing the guy who's already going to get a kill rather than the guy who's waiting? There should be a timer set on players that are too idle, people that camp and don't move. Pretty much what this mode is going to do, it's going to force people who are normally good at the game to bum rush their way into a camper. So pretty much if you see in the kill feed someone on the other team gets a kill and you don't have a kill yet, all you have to do is wait, because that guy's got to rush you. And if he doesn't rush you, he's going to die. See the power you just gave to campers in this game mode? Now, I'm not saying it's completely bad. It could get fixed in a few ways. Really what it needs is more incentives for the player who gets kills to have an advantage while they're within that 30-second timer. Give them more health. Give them more bullet damage. Give them more speed. I think they give you speed already, but these are the types of things you need. Better reload times. Make yourself into a super soldier and have it be like a race to the specialist bonus or race to a juggernaut suit or something like that to increase the action. Don't just be a normal player who has to run in head first into engagements. Call of Duty, people get so hung up on the idea that this is a fast-paced game. It's a fast-paced military game. It's faster than normal military games are, but it's still got the stop-and-go tactics, ADS, you can't shoot while running, like hide-and-seek type shooter. It's still got all of those elements, head glitching, cover, corner camping. This isn't a straight-up, arena deathmatch game, okay? You can't get that confused. So putting a game mode like this, it's got to be managed better, and a few of those changes made, this could be the best game mode. But until they do those things, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get gameplays in. And honestly, though, those of you who have the balls to do it, to put this big restriction on good players, and this is what it is, it's a restriction on good players until they give a bigger benefit for being aggressive, other than just, I don't know, not dying. It's ridiculous. I think another way we can fix this is to allow you to bank up time. It shouldn't reset it back to 30 seconds. Each kill should allow you to bank up more chunks of 30 seconds. So if you get a triple spray, you have a minute and a half to work with. Because let's face it, any timer is good enough. Any timer that forces you to find an engagement is a benefit to the no camping clause. But what I'm saying is, I just don't want a player who's actually decent at the game to get in situations where they have no choice but to rush a camper who's probably going to now kill them because they're sitting there waiting with no timer on their back, and the rusher has a timer and has to find that engagement and is playing more recklessly because of it. Now, the other game mode I'm going to talk about first before we close out this video, and I'll start my analysis vid of the entire thing, is the Seek and Destroy, which I was really excited about right at the beginning. Like, oh, wow, that's cool. It's a cool idea on Search and Destroy, you know, and basically those of you who weren't paying attention, it's like Kill Confirmed in that when a player dies in Seek and Destroy, they drop a tag that you can go pick up to either revive a teammate or confirm the kill of an opponent. So tags basically become alternate objective points while you're still working and fighting for the other main bomb planting and stuff like that. This is a cool idea, but the problem that comes into this is, and the same thing happens in competitive Kill Confirmed, and this is exactly why competitive Kill Confirmed could not be implemented on the pro circuit, is because in Kill Confirmed, teams literally just bunch up hand in hand, like they're attached at the hip, or on they're rock climbers, they got a rope attached. You have to stay at an arm's reach away from a teammate, and you basically have infinite lives. It doesn't really matter how any team slays if you play that way, as long as there's at least one player that can revive someone. It comes down to the last guy, basically. And as long as you continue to hold your ground and keep reviving teammates, you can get outslayed like no tomorrow. But just smart togetherness will win that game mode, and that's what's really lame about it. That's why nobody really wants to see pro Kill Confirmed, because even though it's fun in pubs, and I'm sure this mode will probably be fun in pubs, it's just not transferable to the competitive playstyle, or if two teams are really good. Because I guarantee you, people are going to complain about teams camping together, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to call it cheesy, but honestly, that's what happens when you build a game mode that's broken inherently. There's a problem with that, and maybe there's a limit to how many times you can revive a teammate. That would help. Hopefully, it's just one, and we'll see. But this could be my favorite game mode, but it has to be done right. And if you think about it, normally in Search and Destroy, players kind of want to watch each other's backs already. Putting this whole tag revive mentality into it is only going to intensify that. So, I don't know. I would something's got to change, because I can see offensive teams that have the bomb in Seek and Destroy and are looking to plant, they can literally bunch up and, as if it's like a rugby scrum or something, just push in a straight line together and be able to bulldoze their way to a single objective, because there's not really a reason to go to two. I don't know, it's going to be tough. Really, I think the mode is going to cater itself to making offensive plays a lot easier, because by virtue of Search and Destroy, there's always a defender's advantage, because the defender doesn't have to really breach and take over. It just has to control and wait. So we'll see how that works out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth and probably a lot longer pros and cons video of the entire Ghost reveal. I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be a fun, casual experience. And, yeah. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
And as a side note, there are no more death streaks. And as a side note, there are no more death streaks.
No last stand.
are no more death streaks.
The secret sauce of Call of Duty.
No last stand.
Knuckles white.
No.
Your heart race.
No.
Unleash your competitive fire.
No.
Trigger your holy shit reflex more consistently than any other form of entertainment in the world. In the world.
In the world. In the world.
In the world. You can't count on much. All new gameplay experiences, like our new meaning, new game, 30 new new ways, new animation, all new, new and unique, new ways, new animation, all new and unique, all new gameplay experiences, like our new meaning, new game, 30 new ways, new animation, all new and unique, new ways, new animation, all new and unique. Holy shit!
And I mean this for real.
They'll drop shot, they'll side screw,
They'll
corner camp, and they'll
jump shot. Amazing how much they play like real players. And you, like myself, may find yourself yelling at them as if they were.
But you can count every year on Call of Duty. This is the studio that not only created Call of Duty, but also set the standard for this genre, for this generation, with the Modern Warfare series. And that's exactly what they're going to do again.
Call of Duty, Call of Duty, real duty, Call of Duty,
Adrenalized,
Call of Duty,
competitive,
Call of Duty,
over the top.
Last Stand, Martyrdom, and of course Painkiller. No, I'm just kidding. Look, you guys are all like, what? No, I'm just kidding. None of that's in the game anymore. I've spent a lot of time playing with it.
players. And you, like myself, may find yourself yelling at them as if they were.
Call of Duty Ghosts. Thrill ride with your hair on fire.
Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is taking over the world.
Call of Duty is the biggest franchise in entertainment history.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
It's time to earn the mask.
This will be the best looking duty we've ever made.
So most commentators agree with me, and honestly most rational thinking people do as well. The C4 is overpowered in Black Ops 2. It's not that I should have to use Flak Jacket. That's not the point. I don't think the damage, the range, is necessarily a problem. But the speed at which you can both whip it out, deploy it, and then explode it is way too fast. That's the problem. It doesn't compare into the balance of what you would logically think would be in the game. Now, look at this from the overhead view. He's able to whip it out that far directly into the gunfight. From looking at his character model, it takes him about 1.3 seconds to throw the C4. Let's watch the kill cam. From the point of him launching it into the air until it explodes to kill me, that's 1.4 seconds. Now, Drifter has already shown us that the C4's damage and blast radius essentially equals a frag grenade. But the problem with a frag grenade is it takes at least 4 seconds to get that explosion out. It's not like you can just whip it out willy-nilly and win a gunfight. It's a more tactical, thought-out process. And you also have to think of the fact that grenades roll, they bounce off things. It's not like it's very easy to just smash it into somebody's face like you're throwing a baseball at them. No. But you can do that with a C4, and that's the problem. I'm fine with the damage being this way, but it just needs a bit more of a delay. Even, I would take 2.5 seconds. I'm not saying anything major. It doesn't have to be 4 seconds, but having it be closer to 1 second compared to 4 seconds of deploy time, that's outrageous. Now, the biggest problem here is that it doesn't compare to the Semtex, and the Semtex virtually has no point whatsoever. It takes 2.8 seconds from throw time to explosion, and the Semtex is harder to use. It goes on a very distinct arc. It's not like you can destroy it in its trajectory. You have to plan out where you're throwing it precisely. Yes, I know you can stick people with it, but the fact is the Semtex deploys much slower than the C4, does less damage, and is harder to use. That's just completely ridiculous. So a nerf to the C4 would give the Semtex more of a point to the game, because right now there's no point to really use Semtex over C4 unless you're playing competitive, which C4 is banned anyways. That's why David Vonderhaar doesn't care, because the C4 is banned in league play, so his hands are clean from the matter. But no, man, this has been ruining pub play since day one, and all the YouTuber pub stars think they're amazing, throwing C4s at the speed of light, throwing them like they're frisbees. Frisbees with TNT attached, and you just whip it out for no reason, man. This has to be changed. The deploy time is way too quick. Or change one of the other values. I don't really care, but I don't want to make it useless. I just don't want it to be a crutch. It's a crutch now because you can whip it out and win a gunfight with it. I'm fine if it takes a second to deploy and then throw it tactically and then blow your brains out. That's great. But being able to whip it out on countless occasions, I lose gunfights to people whipping out C4 who don't have to really barely aim, and I just die. So C4 is overpowered. Please drop a like on this video if you support it. I'll be making a click to tweet at Treyarch, so hopefully this C4 nerf can happen in the final twilight of this game in the last DLC package. That'd be great. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is FREEDO, also known as the motherfucking king of reviewing the diamond weapons of Black Ops 2. Today we are looking at the Diamond Vector K1D. It's not Kid. There's a 1 in there. You're not gonna fool me. But we're gonna look at this gun, and I'm gonna kick it right off the bat with personifying this piece of shit because I don't like it. I know some people like it. Some people have the taste for it. As I just get, I don't know if this was camera fucking or the fact that I was sprinting and he came around the corner already aiming. I don't know. Got fucked up right there. But this weapon, to me, is a pretty boy. And what I mean by that is he's one of these fucking queer-ass dudes that spends hours on his hair in the morning. He sweet talks the girls, yet talks shit about them behind their back. He's not willing to get in a fight, but he'll talk shit and say he's the toughest dude on the block. He's a pretty boy, okay? He's bitch shit. He has no backbone. He's got no skills, even though, you know what I mean? Everybody just loves him. The teachers thinks he's the greatest kid in the class. The coach likes him, even though you know he ain't that good at sports. But, you know, he's the best friend's son of the principal's whatever. And, you know what I mean? He's got all this shit just given to him. That's what I don't like about this fucking Vector. It's the low recoil MP7 of Modern Warfare 3 version, or the Vector from MW2. It's like the same type of gun. It's got no recoil. And the good thing in Black Ops 2, we don't let these pretty boy motherfuckers come in with their hoity-toity, oh, we're going to let Charles bring the car around after lunch. Like, we don't let these motherfuckers mess around in Black Ops 2, okay? It's all about the skill weapons, the guns that actually have recoil and high damage. You have to utilize those skill weapons or you're going to get shit on. The Vector's all about utilizing the no recoil and just spammability of it. Like, a lot of my subscribers have said they liked this gun for the longest time and they're glad it didn't get nerfed or anything, but the Vector isn't much more than a pub stomper. Like, you can use it in pubs, alright, and look at this smart plays, check on my right, check on my left, check both ways. I've already crossed the street, ladies and gentlemen, find this guy in the back, see if my teammate kills him, come up behind him, and I spray him down, teammate finishes him off with the PDW. But the Vector doesn't really have a place in this game. If there were stopping power in the game and the damage could go way up, the Vector might be better, but it's in the same kind of place as like the M27 or the the Peacekeeper. The Vector is very similar to the Peacekeeper, honestly. and it's only slightly better because it shoots a little faster but doesn't have that ridiculous range. At least it's more of a submachine gun, whereas the Peacekeeper's like a cross-dresser, and it's in between being an AR and a submachine gun. I actually already reviewed that gun. That was the first gun of this series. But the Vector, my biggest suggestions in using the Vector is use it against players you're already going to beat. It's got a decent clip size. You might want to toss on extended mags and quick draw and just go to town and mow down people left and right. But see, like, I lose gunfights. Like that B-23R, that thing's going to eat your ass up. It's got a 3-hit kill, fast rate of fire. You can't compete with that with the Vector. You have to get headshots with this kind of gun in order to outgun things. That's the beauty and sort of the unfortunate nature of some of these mid-tier weapons in Black Ops 2. It holds the easy-to-aim weapons down. It holds them down because their time to kills are to the fact where a skilled player using a harder gun is going to be able to outgun you. Now, personally, I'd rather have it that way. I like it that way. I don't want to play an MW2 type game where you feel like any scrub and his mom, or, you know, some kid in whatever. I'm not gonna. I was about to say some really off the wall shit. So, any fucking idiot can pick up a gun and get a kill with it. Whereas in Black Ops 2, the low recoil weapons take some finesse. So basically, long story short, guys, pretty boys, they don't deserve the time of day. They're second-class citizens. They need to just man up, be willing to get in the dirt sometimes. Don't be this pansy, I gotta be the quarterback even though I don't really have an athletic ability. Don't be the kind of kid that parents buys them a car at the age of 16, like a Ferrari. You know you didn't work for that shit. You don't deserve it. You're not gonna appreciate it. Like guns like the MSMC, they appreciate those goddamn kills because they have some fire, they have some scuffle, they have some street smarts and life experience, but they take work. They take work to aim. They don't just aim for you, man. Call of Duty's an easy enough game as it is. Get moved down, motherfuckers. Everybody get out of this goddamn room, motherfucker. You can't camp on me. What'd you think this was? Look at this dumbass. This teammate just walked right in front of this guy. Are you fucking blind? Oh, God. So it's much better when you work for things in life. And that's how I really strongly believe. Don't be the type of person that has to go the easy route, because it just feels better when you accomplish it by yourself and you actually deserve it. You know what I mean? Even though I did die to that B-23R and it's obviously overpowered and stupid, but the point of the matter is things like that happen. We can personify those overpowered pistols if you want. We can do a series on that. I don't mind that whatsoever. But 30-10, not a great score, but honestly, I don't like using this gun. It sickens me. I don't even know how I took the time to get it gold. It's a piece of shit. So, get off your ass, kids. Stop taking handouts from your parents. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Ultimate is the uppercut motherfucking king of white knighting for Black Ops 2. On my horse again, defending the hit detection. So, one of the main complaints I hear about Black Ops 2 all the time is that the hit detection is bad. Triple kill with the M8A1. Actually, that almost was a Fury. But I'm here in this video to explain to you that the hit detection isn't quote-unquote bad. It's just difficult to use. It's harder. The game is laggy and there's camera issue problems, but there's way too many people who confuse those issues with the hit detection. They assume the hit detection is always the problem. They should be getting rewarded with all their kills, when in reality, you're losing your gunfights fair and square a lot of the time. I'm not saying those problems aren't a factor. I'm saying you as a player need to take it on yourself to learn and play a harder game. Black Ops 2 is a harder game. I've already said this. Part of it has to do with the faster moving characters, the tighter hitboxes to the players. Now, what is a hitbox? A hitbox is the area of the character that a hit scan will register to. When you shoot your gun, it shoots a hit scan. It's an infinite laser that goes forever unless you're shooting a shotgun or something. And it'll connect with that hitbox. But sometimes the hitboxes on the character isn't as cut and dry as what you see. So I'm showing you an instant replay of this guy I just whiffed on right here. Now some of you might assume I should have got this kill, but in reality, I shouldn't have. The hitboxes on a player throwing a grenade like that, where his arms are stretched out above him, it makes him a skinnier target. And you have to be more accurate in order to hit those shots. Forever, long time playing Call of Duty, I've always struggled to hit players throwing stuns and grenades. I swear to God. And the reason is because, and I've learned this, is that they become literally skinnier as they're twisting their body. And the hit boxes they shift. So, what does this mean to you as a player? Well, you have to learn the hit detection. Part of it is because the characters move too fast, and I'm not the type of guy that wants Call of Duty to be this super fast, everybody sprint constantly type game. I'd be fine if they move slow like in Battlefield, so hit detection works. But here's another example. You might feel like I should have won this gunfight as well. I only get a couple hits on him on that last burst. I lead the shot too much. I'm too far ahead of the hitbox, and I miss there as well. Some of the bullets do land, but at the end of the day, I lose that fight because of poor aim. It's not because the hit detection's bad. It's because I didn't aim as perfect as I could. Now, the whole controversy, is that how UK people say it? Controversy. The whole controversy of Black Ops 2 is that the game isn't working correctly. When in reality, a lot of times, you guys are just aiming badly, and you need to admit to yourself that you could have done better. And that's the thing. That's the whole point of skill gap. That's what a skill gap is, literally. If player A can hit more shots than player B, player A is going to win the majority of those gunfights. And that's what literally happens to me when I'm on my game. And I picked this gameplay for this example because it had a good mix of me playing really well and also me whiffing on a few gunfights. So I can kind of show you that yin-yang factor to it. People come at me and assume that I have some sort of godlike connection, like in the perfect balance of the connection being shitty enough for lag comp to help me and all this other voodoo witch doctor nonsense. No, I have an average connection. I've played on a really strong connection. Where I'm living now, actually I have a worse connection than before, and the performance hasn't really changed. It's the same game. I'm not experiencing anything majorly different. Lag does happen, and I suggest you try to avoid 3-bar lobbies. Try to stay in 4-bar connections all the time whenever you can, because when I am lagging, when I do throttle my connection and use YouTube or Netflix while I'm playing, I can't. The delay time is way too much, my ping is way too high, and I just can't physically do well. These are things you have to take on yourself as a player. You have to understand, like, what kind of connection am I running? What type of connection am I getting from the other players in the game? Now here I'm running out of ammo. It's going to be a good example of me mastering the hit detection here. One burst in my clip. Now I know there's a player coming because I see him on the VSAT. Get my aim ready. Center of the chest. I need 4 bullets to hit. Bam. 1 burst. Honestly, guys, I think mastering the M8A1 1 burst is one of the best ways to learn the hit detection. Some people say the M8A1 is underpowered, when in reality, it's like one of the best guns in the game. It's probably the best AR overall. The FAL can outgun it, but nothing is as usable as the M8. You can spray it down, and it's more versatile than the FAL and easier to use. And the thing is, with that mastering that hit detection, you kind of have to be like Neo in the Matrix. Check this out right here. I only get half of that shot on target, and I lose that Remington fight, losing my next orbital on that relay streak. Kind of a bummer, but that's the whole point of the skill gap. That Remington, when it shoots down target, or shoots down ADSing, it has a very tight spread. And since I only got about half of the spread on target, I didn't kill that guy. Would you rather play the type of game where it doesn't really matter how you aim, and as long as you just aim first, you get the kill? Or would you rather the type of game where, and I just shit on that guy by the way, would you rather the type of game where you're able to have the small differences in the aim? So like if your aim is a little bit off, you lose a gunfight. These types of things create a larger skill gap, and I prefer that. I prefer it because good players win more often. That's why I say Black Ops 2 is built for strong players, and in many ways, a lot of the evidence backs that up. And that's why I think most people who complain that Black Ops 2 doesn't work for them and they can't deal with this, that, and the next thing is because they just aren't willing to force themselves to be better players. You shouldn't have an easy time in a game. Just because you, like, people want Call of Duty to be all about decision making and have no gun skill to it whatsoever. Black Ops 2 changes that and actually puts a lot of gun skill back into Call of Duty. I know it's weird to say, but it's true. And honestly, if you go back and play a game like Call of Duty 4, the hit detection works the exact same way as I'm showing here in Black Ops 2. The hitboxes are very tight to the characters. It's very hard to make shots on the limbs count. And there's another example right there. That player did a jump to the side. That's the arcadiness of Black Ops 2. People don't like getting hit markers and getting turned down and all this. But if that aspect of the game exists, what happens is it forces you to be the most accurate type of player, and you can't get away with willy-nilly aim. You have to be good. And doing dodge moves and evasive tactics and having strong gun skill become much more forefront in a game like Black Ops 2. You can prefer an easier game, faster time to kill, a game that's far more tactical than skillful. That's fine. But I prefer Black Ops 2 because I like outgunning people all the time and it being based on my skill, not based on what gun he's using. Because I can outgun anybody in the right circumstances. I have a couple buddies that play MW3 and they complain about everybody using ACRs. Do you want to go back to that kind of game? Because that game already came out. In Black Ops 2, there's not one set gun everybody uses. Because everything is competitive with each other, and as long as you learn the metagame, you can do well. Cry all you want, but this game is a thinking's man. How am I saying this about Call of Duty? But Black Ops 2 is a thinking's man Call of Duty. It's not a thinking man's game because it's still pretty fucking easy, but it's the harder game to play out of all of the Call of Duties. There's more to think about, more to counter, even though I'm not a big fan of everything. There being counters left and right, but at the same time, I love the gunplay of this game, and that's why I'm a Black Ops 2 fan.
Fanboy, we don't like you, FREEDO. Unsub.
My name's FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people of Thunderstruck Gaming? My name is FREEDO, also known as the self-proclaimed the fucking king of defending Black Ops 2. Yes, I'm that guy. You know, the guy you heard about that actually likes Black Ops 2, who posts it and actually praises most of the balance and enjoys the game? I thought he was a myth, a legend, like a unicorn, or Bigfoot. No, I exist, and here I am in full glory. So, this commentary is going to be about the PDW nerf, because I actually have a vaulted gameplay way back when in the Stone Ages, the medieval times of Black Ops 2, when the PDW was the most outrageously overpowered SMG that we've seen probably since the World at War MP40. It's amazing how badly they made that mistake, but it's also pretty impressive that they fixed it. I mean, World at War had the MP40 problem still today. This we dealt with for like a month, maybe two. I don't really remember. It's so long ago. I think I was a completely different person. It feels like I was in kindergarten when this game came out, and it's been an entire lifespan. But the real story about this, the interesting thing, besides the balance of it, which is something that I talk about a lot on my channel, by the way, is there's a whole community of people, like a whole culture of COD players that preferred weapons to be as strong as the PDW was at launch. So instead of toning down the PDW, they would have rather everything else be pushed up to compete with it. Be more like MW2, where every weapon killed instantly, like bam. It's like you're playing laser tag. You just like hit him, spray him, he's dead instantly. Here's the thing, though, and this is the main reason why I actually like Black Ops 2 quite a bit, is that this game attempts to build something different rather than have that really simplistic easy mode COD. This tries to be a bit of a harder Call of Duty to play in a lot of ways, and that's why I think a lot of people get upset and aggravated that they don't enjoy playing it, because it's a game, it's more of a thinking's man Call of Duty, which is kind of an oxymoron to say, but it takes more thought process, it takes more try-hardy nature all the time. You have to really try and know the metagame and really learn the best weapons to use in different situations and how to go about the maps and what you're doing all the time. You have to be careful and thinking and be a good player, and you can't get away with a lot of the willy-nilly play you used to back in like MW2. And also something that I think doesn't really get mentioned enough, I think Call of Duty players on the whole, on average, are getting better over time, so that makes the game harder as well. But Black Ops 2 opts to have a higher time to kill, which means it takes longer to kill enemies rather than a fast one. So there's people who, like, look at me, I shot that guy with like 3 bullets and he got taken out with an SMG with 50 round clip. That's outrageous. There's people who prefer it this way because they don't want to try really hard to learn a difficult game. They don't want to get their aim absolutely perfect. Like, I hear a lot of people complain about the consistency of Black Ops 2. Hold on a sec. More importantly, check out that dolphin dive. You ate FREEDO, baby! So if you guys haven't seen that epic video of me dolphin diving away from a Hellstorm missile in Thunder's main channel, check that out. World's best dolphin dive or something like that, he titled it. It's a pretty epic time. Back when Thunder had the patience to play Black Ops 2 quite a bit. The golden times. Thunder, you remember the fun we used to have? Come on, man. Play Black Ops 2 with me, big boy. We'll just go dolphin diving all over the place. But the thing is, people prefer the easy, like, times to kill from some of the Call of Duties, but I don't. Because what happens is, if you have a game that requires more aim, more like Halo, more arcadey, where it takes more bullets to kill, it widens the skill gap between players. Now, the downside of that is, obviously, you get these situations where it's like, oh, I was shooting him and he turned on me, or I was shooting him and then he headshotted me and he was shooting him and blah, 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 and the whole, like, shoot first and die type thing. Shoot first only was a big deal in two situations. If you're playing hardcore mode or if you're playing MW2 where everybody died instantly. This game has, well, the damage visual kick is toned in because everybody uses toughness, but the point is, you should be able to outshoot your way in a gunfight if your aim is better. Even if the opponent starts shooting you first in a game that has longer times to kill, like right there. I reacted, I had better hip fire, got all my shots on target, and I had a more powerful gun. The PDW's overpowered, so I can whip it off the hip and kill a guy faster than he can ADS and miss me. And that inherently makes it a bit harder. What also makes Black Ops 2 a bit harder is the fact that the characters move at least 5% faster across the board. LMGs, assault rifles, and submachine guns, I believe. They move ridiculously fast, and there's lightweight in the game. Now, I'm not a big advocate of this because it messes with the lag. I prefer the characters to move slower so that it doesn't hurt the lag as much, and it also hurts the camera angles even worse. We haven't even started talking about that. I know there's going to be at least 100 comments talking about lag and camera angles in this video. Every time I say I like Black Ops 2, there's at least 100 comments saying lag, camera angles, I'm done. I sold this game 3 weeks ago. I broke it in half. I split it under my nutsack. I teabagged it to death. You know, that's fine and dandy, but I actually like this game. Go ahead and sub to my channel if you want to see an alternate point of view on the balance and ideas. A lot of controversial statements. I put my neck on the line. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check me out. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is uppercoming the fucking king of mastering Black Ops 2. Drop shot. Oh, damn. Check out that strafe headshot. Good play. Crack-tastic or whatever your name is. That's the thing, man. Strafing in this game is so key. The movement speed, dodging, the arcadey factor and skill in this game is pretty high. I mean, that's why I like Black Ops 2. You won't see those big-time strafes as much, or at all, maybe, in Ghosts. So the time to kill is going to be so high, or low. I always say that backwards, damn it. The kill time is going to be low. You can kill people really fast, and the movement speed is going to be lower. Hopefully that'll help the cameras, though. But and there's another gunfight. I lost really close. One bullet battle. Always try to get your gunfights down to 1 bullet battles. If you lose by a bullet, don't stress out about it, because that means you were really close to winning the fight. And that it happens in Call of Duty. Sometimes it's a coin flip. Sometimes it's a matter of, like, right there, I didn't have time to ADS. I was hip firing, and he had a gun that kills in 3 bullets. My kills in 4. Didn't get a headshot, so it's just basic math. And that's the way Call of Duty works, especially in, like, look, random car bomb. How are you going to deal with that, right? Especially when the game's balanced, because the weapons in Black Ops 2 are made to work in specific scenarios. So you're not going to win a lot of fights if you're not in your given scenario. But slow this down real quick to explain what's going on here. I'm waiting for that enemy to come back through this door. The reason I haven't turned yet, because I assume my teammate's going to watch that, because that's what a good teammate would do, but he probably doesn't even know that enemy's in the vicinity, not watching his minimap. So I react, let my teammate watch the other way, or at least block that section, and then I pick up the guy in the back. That's something pub players really excel at, is using their teammates as bodyguards and meat shields. In competitive play, really, though, like if you're playing league play, trying to up your skill set, you have to assume your teammates will watch and win the gunfights in front of them, and also not double down on your lines of sight. It's especially bad in Search and Destroy. Very few times in Search do you want to actually double down on the same line of sight, unless you're like tag teaming a spot, like the guy's in a window. You can kind of like duck in and out from 2 different spots and double team them. But for the most part, you don't want to do that in normal situations, because you'll get flanked and fucked up. Like, for instance, if I kept watching that straight away, the enemy would have came and killed both of us from behind. Like, for instance, look at this. Look how many guys were just bullshit camping, watching down that alleyway. None of them were watching the back, and that's why they got flanked. Right here, I'm slowing this down to point out the fact that I'm reloading behind cover. That's something you'll see me do all the time, or at least I try to do. It's an MLG skill to jump to prone and drop shot that motherfucker. No, but it's an MLG skill to hide your body all the time. That's something that you'll really have success with Call of Duty going forward in your career of improving your game. Pro players are incredibly good at hiding every pixel of their body behind environment. Like, for instance, like I've played pro players where we'd get in a gunfight, it'd be a fair fight, and I'll be holding him down, and he'll just hide in such a way that I can't even shoot him, and I'll get flanked because I have to wait and respect that gunfight in front of me. Like, he'll hide behind a fucking telephone pole or something. Like, I don't even know how he does it, but pro players, they just master the environment in that way, and that's something you can learn yourself. It's a little tough because it's not like you're in third person and can see your character, but practice and learning, especially like when you go prone, learning how your legs stick out and how your hitboxes sit when you're standing, things like that will help you out a lot. But the entire point of this commentary, as I get just destroyed from a tomahawk, which, I mean, I'm putting bullets in 2 guys. I always go for multiple kills when I'm playing pubs, honestly. Usually I try to, like, die to another car bomb. Yeah, like I can really deal with that. Spawn into a car bomb. What fucking luck is that? But I always try to go for the multi-kills in pubs. If I'm playing competitive, I always hone in on one player and finish him first before going to injuring a second player, because it's much more important, in my opinion. And there I got shot in the back. Like, these types of deaths and, like, bullshit gameplay experiences happen to me, but they happen to everyone in Call of Duty. And I don't see the point of raging about it when you know you're playing a casual game. Like, this type of random nonsense doesn't happen in Counter-Strike. It doesn't happen in really competitive hardcore shooters because they're not built for that. Casual games are built for this randomness. And to be honest with you, a lot of you guys hate Black Ops 2. You hate the competitiveness. You hate the skill aspect of it. You hate how hard it is. You hate most of the game. Just know this random factor gets amplified in Infinity Ward titles, and that's what you're going to expect in Ghost. Jump shot. Oh, finish him off. Aim for the head. Bam. But die to the target finder camper. Like, there's only so many good plays you can do as a player. You have to consistently forcing yourself to be perfect and also taking advantage of your opportunities. Like they're winning that head glitch gunfight. That was a big opportunity. Before, I was in a 3v1 situation head up. I got 2 of the 3, but the last guy was laying prone. Like, you're not going to win that battle. Earlier in the game, I flanked those 3 guys and got 3 kills. That's just the way it goes sometimes, especially in like TDM. You can't take TDM seriously at all, ever. Reading the UAV, find this guy, yeah, clean him up. Finally didn't die, but then get shot in the back again. This guy had Ghost on. Bad luck. But that's about it about this game. I mean, I just wanted to post this to show you guys I don't have the magic sauce to Black Ops 2. I mean, I do have a 400 score per minute in TDM, which, if I do my math right, that's a kill every 25 seconds, right? So that's 4 kills in a minute. Wait, 20 seconds. That's a kill every 20 seconds. I have like a 410 score per minute. Man, I'm going to be a beast at Cranked because you get 30 seconds between kills. I'm going to be a fucking monster. But, I just want to... I have a 3 download, 1 upload. I have a bad internet. It plays average. My better internet speeds that I've played on before have played better. It's not my internet. It's just my patience and smart play and understanding the game that really makes me like Black Ops 2. But believe me, bullshit happens to me. Just check out these next last clips. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Ooh, lucky little bitch.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO, also known as the motherfucking king of being super excited for Black Ops 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. Using an overpowered MK48.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So, we're going to talk about some CoDGhosts stuff today. News dropped yesterday that the dedicated servers on Xbox One whoop-de-fucking-do. Meanwhile, Battlefield tweets out, Battlefield has dedicated servers on every platform, only in Battlefield 4. Watch this gunfight real quick, guys. Look at that. Oh, B-23 overpowered from the hip. Lose to a headshot. ADS. Keep in mind, man, you think pistols are overpowered in Black Ops 2. In Call of Duty Ghosts, I can almost guarantee you I would win that fight. So just keep that in mind. Thoughts on dedicated servers? Don't care. I just really don't. You guys who've never experienced dedicated servers don't understand how irrelevant that is to the Call of Duty problems. The problems in Call of Duty are more to do with the netcode, the matchmaking, how they deal with everybody's connections in the same room. I mean, this will fix the host problems. You won't feel like host has a big advantage or a big deficit anymore. Sure, that'll be gone. There'll be no more host migrations. But, whatever. Even the bigger question is, would you buy the Xbox One with Ghosts for the dedicated servers after playing it on current gen? Now, they're doing some neat little things to promote it and keep the lifespan of the game going into next gen to make a smooth transition. You can trade it in, get a lot of money for it to upgrade, basically, and pay like $10 extra at GameStop, things like that. Your accounts transfer over, blah, 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 blah. But will you enjoy the game enough to actually buy it again, even if it's only $10? I mean, I'm sure people will just because you can just trade it in, but the fact of the matter is, will you be impressed enough to continue the lifespan of that game when there's games like Battlefield 4 going to be on next gen? That is the question, is it not? But I want to talk a few things about that I'm actually super excited for Call of Duty Ghosts, because I've been giving this game verbal butt fucking on Twitter for quite some time, and the thing is, I'm excited to play a new COD game as much as anybody, but I'm also not going to be let down with improper standards. Black Ops 2, I expected them to take a balanced, competitive approach. I expected public matches to feel more fair and have a metagame, and these things basically happened. Obviously, there's things everybody has to complain about. I know, don't put comments in the fucking comment section. Lag, camera angles. I sold this game 3 months ago. I know you've all sold the game. Can we get over that? Okay, I'm over it. Woo, what am I excited for CoDGhosts, man? It's gonna be a casual fuckfest, dude. Like, you could just tell everything about the game is built in such a way for you to have a good time and enjoy yourself, to relax, to not have to worry about playing a difficult game. You don't have to worry about the balance of the game. You don't have to worry about how to counter in a light machine gun. You don't have to worry about pistols being strong. Well, pistols will be strong. You don't have to worry about you know what I mean. You don't have to worry about the metagame so much. It's gonna be pretty easy. All the guns are gonna be easy mode, and more importantly, Infinity Ward believes in giving power to the players. Treyarch believes in limiting that power and managing it in a balanced way. So you have to make decisions about what is best. In the Infinity Ward games, if you want to be the best player in the room, you can put on the best shit. But we'll see how it all plays out. I like the idea of the perks, most definitely. But I just don't see it as being as balanced as people think it's going to be because it's Infinity Ward. Like, I have no faith in them whatsoever. It'll be fun to sort of balance the weight of the cost of the perks, but just like in Black Ops 2, where the gunfight attachments are more important than the not gunfight attachments, like stock and quick draw are much more important than sleight of hand or fast mags, whatever you want to call it. Things like that, like those types of obvious answers will come apparent. Now you can use other things and enjoy playing around with it, but I don't know. We'll figure all that stuff out when the game releases. But the point is, what am I excited for? God damn it! It's gonna be this casual game. You're not gonna be able to take it seriously. I don't know how the hell we're gonna play this game competitively, if at all. Like, how are the score streaks gonna work? Is everyone gonna use specialist and support because assault's gonna be null and void?
because it can just get countered by support. I have no idea what they're doing with that. I'm sure they don't even have a balanced mindset of how to approach that. But I look forward to the new game modes. I think, as much as I don't think Cranked is a good idea for some reasons, I think I'll probably be beast at Cranked, since now you guys were so nice to correct me on my improper math in the last video. I get a kill every 15 seconds in TDM, just about. I mean, we can maybe round that out and say some of the score streaks and assists and stuff add to my points, but I have a 410 score per minute. It's about 15 seconds to a kill, and you get 30 seconds in Cranked. I mean, common sense would tell you that I probably am going to be pretty good at Cranked, but we'll find out. It's obviously a new game, as well as, ooh, nice little shots there. As well as, you got to worry about everybody else rushing around trying to get cranked. Like in regular TDM, people kind of try to play a little bit slower, so you can anticipate them. It might be the fact that people rush around so much it's hard to anticipate. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited for the new game modes just to try them out, even if that lasts a month or two. I don't expect me to have to really like this game beyond 2 to 3 months. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm whoring this game out for YouTube, just like treating it like my dirty bitch on the side. You know what I mean? I got my true loves, my PC games, the things I actually enjoy spending time with, and then I just got this dirty fucking slut on the side that just, she sucks dick, you know what I mean? Like, she can really suck a dick. I wouldn't do that to my beautiful, pristine PC, you know, that's for my enjoyment in my meantime. Ooh, like a little Remington flank right there. But the Juggernaut, dude, the Juggernaut streak is going to be the bee's knees. I really want to use that. Look at this hit detection, by the way. People complain the hit detection's broken, but he was strafing left and right. Every bullet that hit right there was supposed to hit, and every bullet that missed was supposed to miss. But you can complain about lag and hit detection and everything else. I must be in the only good lobbies in the entire game then, because things work well for me, at least as well as they're supposed to. A lot of you guys, I don't think, understand how a game with weapons that shoot slow and kill slow, why you don't get hits on moving targets. Like, I don't think you understand the principles of how these things work. But nevertheless, man, I really want to grab into that Juggernaut suit and just have fun. I want to drop AC 130s and go to town. Like, it'll be a fun game, but I have no interest into going into this game with the idea that I'm going to critique the balance and actually care. You see, like, fisticuffs going crazy and saying, I'm a Call of Duty scientist. This is my shit. They're rooting it. Yeah, no shit, dude. It's a casual game. We can't take it seriously. Sad face. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also known as the self-proclaimed motherfucking king of telling you how it is. So today, I want to break down a topic that's actually analogous to this gameplay. Because at the beginning, I start off really rough, have some troubles, bad luck, bad decision making. But later on, I go on a massive tear, get a lucky little spree going, and get momentum, and go absolutely sick and drop 40 kills by the end of this game. So, the topic I want to discuss is the phrase you see on YouTube all the time, "You deserve more subs," which is a compliment. It's a nice thing to hear viewers say. But I think a lot of people misunderstand how both YouTube and hard work in life actually works. Let me explain. The phrase, "you deserve more subs," should always apply to your channel. Or anything you're doing in life, really. If you're an athlete training to become better, you should always deserve to win more games. You should feel that way. But that feeling, that fact, comes from the hard work beforehand. Too many people see success at the end of the line when people are already reaching success or have reached success, and don't look back to the long journey and the development that came to build it. Here's an example, and I don't know if many of you guys like football. I know a lot of you guys aren't American anyway, but the NFL is coming back, and I'm all excited. I love football. But even if you don't understand football, you can understand this example. So, Ray Lewis, I always thought deserved another Super Bowl ring. And he ended up getting it last season. Old dude, retired. Very uncommon to see a guy that old perform at that level at such a physical position. Middle linebacker. Absolutely sick, going in the Hall of Fame. Ray Lewis didn't deserve to win another whatever, Super Bowl. I lost my train of thought there for a sec. Because he's like one of my favorite players. That's not the reason why he deserved it. He deserved it because throughout his career, he was always pushing himself to get better. Whether that meant taking steroids or whatever he had to do. Maybe he, killed a guy. I don't know what I don't know about his personal life. I don't even get into all that shit. But as a player, he did what he had to do to improve himself. This can be set to YouTube as well. You should be always improving on what you do and making it better and trying new things and expanding yourself as a creator, just like you expand yourself as an artist, as an athlete, as a whatever. Let's see that shit again, because that was pretty sick. And right, I mean, this is like the momentum, right? The momentum I'm talking about. And it comes easy after all the hard work of learning the game, of being a good Black Ops 2 player.
I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. I'm literally not even playing, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I'm not even playing. I'm not even trying at this shit. Because even though I had a rough start in this game, I know how to play. I've done the practicing. I've done what it takes to learn this game. I'm a good COD player. And you go on those streaks that send you into the momentum to where you want to be. YouTube and life works the same way. Like, I didn't all of a sudden learn how to make a good video. It was a long process of self-discovery and experimentation and hard work and a lot of failure, until you find a formula and success and knowing what you got to do to win. And that's the way I'm kind of feeling with YouTube, man. Like, it takes a long time to get some really hit videos. And obviously I'm coming off one of my, well, literally the biggest video that has ever been on my channel with 10,000 views and climbing. The CoDGhosts, everything wrong with the CoDGhosts trailer. A lot of you guys probably came over from there. And it's easy to look at a microcosm event like that and call it luck, call it whatever you may. But really, it's a product of all the work I've done before that. So basically what I'm saying is, guys, the hard work you put into something creates your own luck. It creates more chances and opportunities. And there's going to be a lot of failure in life that you encounter doing whatever you're going to try to do. But the main point is, everybody starts from the bottom, and now they're here. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO, also known as the self-proclaimed motherfucking king of humiliating my teammates on the internet. Toast, bud! What's up? What's up with that gondola? Look out, watch your head. Hope you guys enjoyed that intro clip. A little bit of fun. That is a friend of a friend. I don't know, somebody we were playing with. And it was just really hilarious how he knocked his noggin on that thing right after beasting. Looked like he was in major tryhard mode and just got raped by the gondola. Speaking of getting raped, man, look at this guy in the corner. What you doing with that shotgun, bro? You can't beat my hops. My hops, I got hops like LeBron James. I got hops like Kobe Bryant. I got big ups like Kate Upton. I don't know if that makes any sense, but getting shot in the back. So, here's an interesting little game I had. I'm always trying to show you guys how to deal with situations, how to overcome in this game and prosper. Oh, tough gunfight, man. Me jumping to prone right there, like, whacked up my aim and a few bullets missed. 50-point assist on that guy. But this game, I'm playing against basically a full team. I don't know if they're a full team of 6. I wasn't paying attention.
0-3.
But pretty much these guys set up strategically. They don't worm squirm or anything, but they camp in the middle and they just sort of wait around and watch each other's backs. It's really tough playing a team like this in team deathmatch, unless of course you're a beast like myself. YY, achy fakey, M1216 at the ready in front of me again, and he gets mowed down. Reaction time a little slow, or slow connection, who knows, but beast that guy once again. Nice little long shot right there as well. Hop in the wall, hop in the wall. Switch your weapon. Oh my god, a shotgun in front of you. Oh.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit, ain't it, bud?
Yo, they're all by
Little tip right there for you guys. When you're in a good position, don't panic. Well, I probably should have panicked and got the hell away from that van. But when I was sitting there laying down and the shotgun guy was pressing me, I had no choice but to whip out my other weapon and shoot it out. And luckily I was outside of range. Damn! Corner Campbell with a Remington, you fucking beast. So this is how this team is playing this game, right? Standoff, a lot of buildings, a lot of close quarter engagements you can hide in. Shotguns are really effective and easy to use in any game, really. Even if they're not that powerful, they're naturally easy to use as long as they can get kills up close. In any Call of Duty, really. Even Black Ops where the shotguns suck. Get out of that corner, bitch! No bunk beds here. This ain't no sleepover. And of course, man, another shotgun comes behind me. So, around this time in the game, we're down by 4 points. 4 kills. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I need to stay the hell out of that middle building. Because I'm using the Type 25, which is a fun gun to use. But it's not a widely versatile weapon. I mean, it's a moderately versatile. Like, it can pull off shots, but it doesn't outgun things like a shotgun. There's very few things in this game that you can go into a room with a shotgun and feel confident. An MSMC or a Scorpion maybe, but even then it's a tough fight. Actually, that's why one reason I kind of like having an Executioner secondary sometimes, because that's the only way you can really defeat shotguns. You can go in, take one out, pick up a shotty. But as I decide to stay out of that room, my teammates don't. Check out that 3-piece, man. Look at the camper cam, dude. This is all he's got to do. This is his assigned position. His team deathmatch try-hard assignment to just wipe out this room. Gets a 3-piece before getting taken out. So this is how you deal with a team that plays this cheesy. I mean, the thing is, I don't even mind playing cheesy ass players like this. A lot of people would just complain, they'd rage quit. But the thing is, if you're a good, smart player, there's ways to battle this solo. Like, you don't have to play into their strengths. And another thing was on my side, these guys aren't that good. They're just a team that's playing kind of slow and together. But even that is a hard thing to master. But none of these guys had, like, good gun skill. They're all max prestige. They know the game, but they're just not that good of players. Spray that guy down. Run out of ammo. And another thing, man, team deathmatch, finding a secondary weapon is so key. And here, that area was getting kind of hot. I knew my teammates are going to be roaming around in the middle, going back to that center, keep feeding them kills. So now I'm just trying to establish home base here. I don't want to get flanked. I don't want anything to go wrong, so I keep patrolling back and forth. Find this guy sticking his hand in the cookie jar. I don't think so, buddy. And some people would say this is camping, but if you look at the mini-map, my team is trying to take over the center right now.
For the most part, they didn't need my help, but I saw some of them dying, so I came back, shot a few shots, and look at that, like clockwork. He saw me shooting in the deli, and he pushed me. That's just like hook, line, and sinker right there. It's not camping. It's strategical non-movement, as your boy Thunder would say. But really, it's strategical map lockdown, as FREEDO would say. It's locking down the map. And here ooh, nice headshot, FREEDO. Good shot, man. EMP'd, I can't even call up my streaks yet, so I'm just going to kind of grab a hunk of salami right here and chow down. Get my AGR. It's actually a risky play right there. I probably should have bounced it across the corner because this guy could have shot me. We get a peek on him. But look at this, man. We're down by 11 points. Hook it up with that load star. Drop like it's hot. Through the air. Slow motion. Clanging it right in the window because I'm a beast. Look at the way these guys are set up, dude. They just 2x2 formation. Sitting in the main building. Just holding down every single corner. And he's raging, of course, because I get load star shots in the window like I'm a monster. And now, man, it's time to clean up shop, dude. Left and right, load star. Again, like, look at this. The go-to. Go in the corner. Go in the corner. That's your play style. TDM Players 101. Hide in a corner. You can't hide from me, though. You can't hide. I got load stars up. Fuck you in the mouth with my big old missile. They look like ants from up here. And this is pretty it, man. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You would think the game would be over, right? But you'll be surprised when you see what the score is by the time I get out of this load star. There's only so much carrying you can do, man, against a full team, because you got a team full of idiots rushing into the main building. That's the thing with TDM, man. It is a casual game. You shouldn't take it very seriously, but at the same time, you got to play smart. Like, it's not a straight-up rusher's game mode. Rushing works. Rushing does work, but you got to know when to do it and when not to do it. Look at this, though. 72-70. We just barely pull ahead right here at the end. A few minutes left on the clock. Player right ahead of me. Get in a gunfight. Chopper mows him down, and we win!
Bullshit! God damn it!
Fucking douchebags on the other fucking team, you pussy asses.
That's a team of at least 5. That 6th guy might be on their team, too, but... Man, that's just hilarious how teams can play that cheesy and still bitch about other players on the opposite team being pussies. That's Call of Duty players for you, ain't it? But there you go, man. Me versus a full team. I don't fuck around. Came to get down. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is up with the fucking king of the executioner headshot. Get off me, bitch. So this is gonna be a content-packed video, guys. A couple things to talk about, a couple topics, and a whole bunch of gameplay. So, actually, I haven't been playing this game that much. Some of you guys comment that I still got arms race footage I just used up, man. Like, I have gameplay for days. So I don't really have much drive to get on and play this game because I just have so much stuff already to use for YouTube. But I do enjoy the game, and I hopped on, and everything you're seeing here is in a progression of a game time experience. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm trying to use big words. A game session. FREEDO, you fucking stupid college prick. You got to make all these big words for shit that don't need them. Pretty much only one game out of 5 was like didn't have any good moments in it, but 4 games were good, and one of them including was my 53-1 little session here. So just posting up some fresh gameplay, hot off the rack, cut right up from the butcher. Smell that? Yep, that's fresh gameplay. But I want to talk about a few things, clear up a few inconsistencies about some complaints from the whiners at the party at FREEDO's household. This channel is not intended to impress you. I'm not here to be the best player in the world. This is a commentating based channel. My ideas and entertainment value is what it's about. Oh, worm squirm, huh? Pull out the MTAR, teabag him to death. How'd you like that nutsack? How's that nutsack feel, big boy? I'm just here to have fun, dude. Like, I am a pretty decent player. I would never be able to go pro. I just am not that confident in my gun skill. I could probably fit on a team and we could do barely well, but I just, it's not something I'm willing to put my time into. I respect it and enjoy it, but I like spectating and commentating around things. Like, that's why I want to be a shoutcaster. I'm into the scene, but as a player, I play this game for fun, you know. But a lot of people say that, like, Black Ops 2 isn't a casual game because it's got so many hardcore elements to it. That really denies the existence of actual hardcore games. Just because Black Ops 2 is somewhat more hardcore, I don't think all of a sudden now this is like Counter-Strike or something difficult. You know what I mean? It's still not that difficult of a game. It's pretty easy, pretty pick up and play. It's just there's more things you have to worry about in Black Ops 2. There's more play styles you have to respect, more of a metagame. Every weapon works. And, you know, people have always said I want Call of Duty to be balanced. I want it to be a balanced game. And then all of a sudden, light machine guns and shotguns do the job they're supposed to, and people get upset. Like, you guys will never be happy. You know what I mean? Like, the people who say things like that will never be happy. They just want a easy, casual game for them to dick around in it. And, you know, that's fine. You know, you're justified in that subjective preference. But that doesn't all of a sudden mean Black Ops 2 is balanced poorly because everything works in it. Like, I don't understand that argument. Like, I have an SMG. There's no reason why he should beat me with this, that, and the next thing. I should always win that fight. It doesn't matter. Like, no, you shouldn't. You should have to hit your shots. Like, with that, woohoo, a little dink. If that was a headshot, I would have beat this guy. Oh. And then my secondary I picked up was somebody's ugly little aqua-colored pistol, and I couldn't find him. 37-10, not a great score line, but some sick little KSG clips. But anyway, that's enough about Black Ops 2. That's just sort of my outlook to it. Like, some people can say the competitive style of Black Ops 2 ruins pubs. For me, it enhances them. It gives a whole deeper value to public matches that were never there before. It was so much more simplistic, and it used to be in Call of Duty where you were annoyed by people using the best guns. But now in Black Ops 2, you have no choice but to try hard all the time and use the best guns in that situation and think, and you know, it's your preference. Do you really want a balanced game, or do you want just a casual game? So I would rather Treyarch and Infinity Ward diverge even further and just take it to the next level. Go ahead and let Infinity Ward have the bullshit type game and make Treyarch have the harder game. By the way, man, like, people say like the hit detection's inconsistent and blah blah blah. You got to know the hitboxes. Like, right there, the guy was standing sideways. That makes his hitboxes skinnier because his character's skinnier, and you can't really get away with the fringe hitboxes in this game. You can't hit him in the hip just barely or in the leg. Like, it doesn't connect that consistently. You have to aim for chest, neck, and head, and that's how you're gonna have consistency. You gotta see the code in the Matrix. Neo. But anyway, enough about Black Ops 2, man. Let's talk a little bit about Ben Affleck as the Batman in the Man of Steel sequel. A lot of you guys know that I wasn't really feeling the Man of Steel. I gave my review of it, and a lot of people gave me a lot of shit about that. But here's the thing. A movie can be objectively bad and you still be a fan of the series, and you can still enjoy the movie, but it can be objectively bad. Let me give you some examples. The Matrix sequels, the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, the Kick-Ass sequel, all of these movies I thoroughly enjoyed, but they were bad. I'm sad to say it. But I think Ben Affleck will do a fine job, to be honest with you. He's a real actor. They need him to save that series. I really doubt the sequel will be as bad as the first one. I liked the first. Man of Steel was a great movie. No. People who actually know things about movies and know how to judge it don't look at the Man of Steel as the pinnacle of cinema. You just don't. It's basically The Dark Knight meets Transformers, but without plot and without dynamics to it. Like, well, whatever. You can't go on this ranting, and I already did this. Look up my Man of Steel review. It's super bad. I'll probably leave it as a video response or in the description. And while you're in the description, check out my second channel and my Lag Comp podcast channel. Lag Comp podcast, but been kind of slacking. Haven't been able to keep to a 1 a week schedule. It's kind of haphazard every 10 days or something like that. It's been coming out. I'm going to be doing some things to try to speed that up a little bit more. Instead of forcing it to be 3 or 4 guests or 3 or 4 on the panel, I'll just kind of hone it down. I gotta take it out. Shit. I'll hone it down to just be 2 or 3 and be more lenient in that and just start to crank these out because I want to collaborate with other people. It's just scheduling is such a bitch, and getting multiple people that are available at one time is like impossible. And everybody does YouTube part-time that I know. You know, even the biggest channels I know do YouTube part-time, so it's not like everybody's got a shitload of time to just be sitting around and do this kind of stuff. But I do want to do it, and I apologize I haven't been cranking them out as regularly as possible. But that's also why I didn't dedicate a specific day or make it live or any of those other types of things. It's just a thing to put up once in a while that is a video on demand. So, anyway, 53-1, this is the gameplay you've all been waiting for. I didn't really say much because there wasn't much to say before. But as far as this gameplay is concerned, there's a bit of luck in it, obviously, but there's also smart fundamentals, okay? Now, the one time I died in this gameplay was when I was holding this spot up top of here on orange, and I got flanked needing to reload. I think I've talked about this before, but sleight of hand is definitely missed in this game. It's the fast mags attachment is not good whatsoever. It's really bad. Anybody that suggests you use it is probably a pub star, and you should get away without using it because there's definitely better attachments than the quick draw. No, not quick draw. What is it called? Fast mags. I just said it like 2 seconds ago and I forgot. But anyway, rotating around this power position is basically how I got this load star, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And that's what Black Ops 2 is all about. It's about holding down strong positions and rotating around the map. Like, at any given time, I can check most of the locations of where my enemies could be, where they're spawning. And I'm watching the minimap now here. Obviously, we killed their whole team. They spawned back red. They all came up that ramp. I mowed them down. And now I'm actually working towards my next chopper. I've seen this actually in a comment before. Like, why don't you use your load star right away? And the reason is, in Black Ops 2, your score streaks loop around. So if you're able to keep getting gun kills, go right for it, because you could loop around and actually earn your next chopper. And besides, people want to see gun kills. I mean, the kill streak kills, and knocking a bitch with a Stinger missile in his mouth on top of the stairs, threading the needle with a load star missile, that's all fine and dandy, but, you know, I want to get as many gun kills as possible first. And then find them in the spawn, line it up, missile comes down. Is there a trophy system in sight? I don't even know if that can protect you, but no, it can't. BAM! And the sniper ghillie suit falls to the ground. So, and also on this load star, man, I got pretty lucky with the rotations of the spawns. Obviously, this dumbass thing was in my way. That's another little tip for you guys. When you're up in the load star, do not be stubborn. Don't go for the same target multiple times. I know I do that sometimes because I'm an asshole. And I don't play perfect all the time. I play for fun. Bam! Do not shoot at my load star, motherfucker. But go for the easy targets first all the time. Because the point is, if you kill a guy, he's going to spawn again. So you can keep killing the same people over and over again. I know I do a lot of fancy tricks and getting load star shots in windows and stuff. It's actually really hard and takes a lot of practice and how to aim it and scale it around. But go for the easy shots. Pretty much everything in Call of Duty is about managing how easy, what you take advantage of, the opportunistic nature of it. Like, do the easiest, smartest thing all the time, and that's how you find success. That's how you drop 53 kills and 1 death. Oh my goodness. Chase money. Big ass score, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. A lot of talking. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
Watch it peel back.
Split screen. How do you feel? In the MIA squad, yo.
Suck a dick.
Hey, looked like you were MIA in that last game. In action, huh?
I want to back out. Whenever it didn't come to that shit you had up in the air and it came a straight gun game on the ground, nigga, I kept on fucking you up and you know it, nigga. You suck dick, bro. You camped for the kill streaks.
Really?
Get out of here. Yeah, nigga, get out of here.
Is that how I
Camped for your
defended
kill
the whole
streaks.
first round and got streaks?
Camped for them kill streaks over B, nigga. With a fucking 100 round. With a fucking 100 round. You got an 8-5 girlfriend. You know you get no pussy, nigga. You know you get none. Miss FREEDO? Come on, bro.
Yeah, she's playing split screen. You got beasted on by split screeners. How's that make you feel?
Nah.
You had a team of what, 4 or 5?
I bet your pussy stink, nigga.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, I'm the Supper with the fucking king of trash talking and pub stomping and pub matches, yo. I'm like the pub version of Impact. Freakle Impact. Call me Impact FREEDO, yo. Woo! Woo! Choo-choo train. Oh, man. Man, I'm just trying to play a game here with my buddy and my wife in split screen mode, and these guys are in a party of 4 or 5, the MIA clan, coming in here thinking they're going to pub stomp something, and they have a rude awakening. Don't you hate when you find players that actually know how to play the game type you're in? Look at Miss FREEDO down there. Clean off the B flag. The beer flag. I wish it was the beer flag. Mrs. FREEDO is an objective beast, I'm telling you. Like, she plays the objective like a boss. I love her. A lot of times when I play with her, it's good to like let me handle some slaying, and I know I have somebody that's a straight up OBJ monster and just gonna constantly rush the objective and let me do what I need to do slaying wise. She's pretty beast. What can I say? But it's funny, man, when you hear people complain when you play the objective mode right. Like, people who play Domination complain about camping on the B flag. How do you complain about somebody holding the main point of the map, the most important point of the map? I get in here and start doing work, and they're complaining that I'm doing it. You fucking bitch. Man, Call of Duty crybabies, I'm telling you. Like, this is how you're supposed to play. Look at this. 42 seconds left. One cunt hair away from my AGR. 2 guys rushing on B. I'm the last guy alive. A teammate coming behind me. Pick off one, take the other, get both kills. Get my kill streaks in the pocket. And now with 30 seconds left, going into round 2, what would you do? Would you run out and try to find a kill like a dumbass? Or would you maintain your streak for the betterment of the team? Keep holding B flag, which is the only flag getting contested at the moment. Like, there's no other reason to be anywhere else on the map right now. And I don't know, I guess I know I'm a much above average player when it comes to understanding what you're supposed to do. Like, from a coach mentality, I might not be the best physical player in the world, but these like common sense decisions. It's not like Domination is rocket science. Domination's like the easiest mode ever created for first person shooter games. Alright, dominate, that's where all the skill is. And dominate, it's no. Domination is not a high skilled mode, especially not in 6v6. And I've talked about this a lot in other commentaries over the videos of old. You know, you got 6 players, 3 objectives. Really, you're only fighting for 1 at any given time because you spawn on one of the flags. Unless you're getting triple capped and destroyed, but no good team should really get triple capped in a 6v6. All you got to do is hold spots near the objective, and you're golden. That's what Domination's supposed to be about. That's why it's created. Windows looking to be little cover spots. Get in this plane and do some work. This guy comes around on my side, but luckily I already got the kill streaks to change the tide of this battle. Drop the Lodestar. Lodestar on this big-ass map, man. And now I can call them out to my teammates, let them know where they're coming from, where they're spawning. Even if I can't get them off B, really hard to thread the needle. Bam! Get off that flag, bitch. And now look how far away they're spawning, dude. Like, this air support, that's another thing about Domination people don't understand. It's an air support dominated game type. It really is. Ever since MW2 with the crazy air support, it's much more important to play smart and get your streaks up. That the streaks that actually matter. Like, a lot of people use shitty streaks in Domination, don't exactly know what they're doing. But like a Lodestar is much better than an AGR, let's say. Like, AGR is just there for me to kill whore.
but the Lodestar actually does some work if you know how to use it. VSAT obviously is easy mode, but I don't know why anyone would complain about you playing the objective to win. I just don't understand. Why are you holding B the whole time? How dare you beat me? It's funny, man. The Call of Duty crybabies. You know what I mean? Like, here they are, trying to cap B. Come over with my rocker holographic sight. Clear him off. Get back in my little spot. A little pivot point on another streak again. Hip fire that motherfucker. Trying to drop shot me. Not with that 2-shot MK, yo. Straight to your chest. And here's another situation. 3 minutes left in the game. No reason for me to rush anywhere. You gotta play smart, navigate the map in such a way that it sets you up to be reactive. That's the way I usually play. Like, at least with a light machine gun, you're not going to be the man forcing the situation with a light machine gun. That's not how you play it. And that's why the MK really is the quintessential light machine gun in this game, because it can do that range, it can do the pivot points, the rotation of the hips, not rotation as in like hard point rotations, but rotating on lines of sight and pivoting left and right, middle, sideways, whatever you need to do, and just holding down and suppressing areas. Like, pretty much I've been holding down from the back of the plane to the bridge this whole time. Like, I'll either be on B or circle back to C, just get my Lodestar in the clutch there, my second Lodestar. And right now we're up by almost 50 points, about 40 something. We're going to go up by about 3 minutes of time here soon. It's all thanks to getting those kill streaks up, man. So I know this was a really gameplay focused video, but I just wanted to show you guys an example of how to really play Domination, because I think people get confused. People get in this mindset that you have to force yourself to play a certain way. You have to play to the game mode's like requirements of you. And that's the smartest way to play. That's the way you're going to see the most consistent success. Watching all these 100+ channels and stuff, that's not going to really teach you much of anything. It'll teach you how to whore out the game versus bad players, not how to beat a team. Like, this is a team of 5 we just beat, and we're only 3 people, and I'm in split screen, can't even sound whore or anything. But just playing smart map control, you know what I mean? That's what Domination's all about. And I don't even like Domination like that, to be honest with you. It's not a very fun game mode. It's just an easy one to play with friends, and that's really why Domination's popular, because it's just an easy mode for people to get into. Like, a capture the flag or a search and destroy is a lot more pain in the ass, you know what I mean? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. 60 kills. I'm a beast. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros. What's going on, guys? I want to give you a quick introduction to this surprise shout-out series. I have been doing it in the past, haven't done it in a while, because honestly, there's not many YouTube videos that I both say to myself, wow, this is incredibly good, and also, wow, this is incredibly undersubbed content, because usually it goes hand in hand. People who make really good stuff are already getting enough subs, but once in a while there's people who are kicking ass and aren't getting the support that they deserve. So that's what this series is for. I don't want to have people send me unlisted videos and have a normal subscriber Tuesday thing. No, I like this better because it gives people random subs that they didn't expect. Holy shit, why do I have 300 new subs? It's like dropping a bag of money at someone's doorstep and they notice it as they walk out to get the morning paper. It's just a nice little present, so let's do that for Super Pook today. Her video is hilarious. It made me laugh multiple times. Every time I've watched it, 3 or 4 times now. If you don't understand what's going on, you stupid American, restart the video. There's a lot of good jokes, analogies, punchlines, excellent commentary. She does great stuff actually all the time. The last couple weeks on her channel have been bumping. Check them out. Also, her 50 Shades of COD series is great too. Go sub her up. Links in the description. I bring you Super Pook.
Be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do, just vibe.
Hey, no, not party people. Hey, a while ago, I talked about, that was really stuttery. Hey, a while ago, I talked about how as a female YouTuber, you can create imaginary boundaries and restrictions in your head for fear of being cast as a so-called girl gamer, or walrus wang, the term I prefer, as it has about as much relevance to life as the phrase girl gamer. Oh my god, you're a girl gamer. Oh my god, you're a girl doctor. Oh my god, you're a girl human. Anyway, I said I was going to woman up and produce some comms which actually admitted that I am a woman and addressed more feminine topics. Not related to surfing the Crimson Tide, having the decorators in, or rebooting the ovarian operating system. That is menstruation, fellas. Not related to that. So here we are. We're all humans. We all like humans. Well, actually, some of you really don't like humans. I've noticed this. That's why you prefer video games. Anyway, let's dim the lights. Let's watch this gameplay of me shooting some mofos. Let's snuggle together on some cushions while I talk about objectification. Yeah, bam! You thought maybe makeup, kissing, ponies, then I reel out the old objectification and the door is already locked, baby. I've got my taser fully charged. Objectification. Okay, so this word is so associated with negativity that it has actually lost its effective meaning now, to my mind. So what does it really mean? It looks up Wikipedia. It's treating a person as a thing. There you go. It's taking a living, breathing human being and ignoring the fact that they have a soul, a personality, a brain, and instead going, whoa, look at that. That hurt my throat. And my question to you is this really such a bad thing? I'll tell you what I mean. There are many, many attractive women in the world and many, many attractive men. We all have individual types of qualities in prospective partners that draw us to these men and or women. Yeah, I said and or. Kinky. Why not try both people? They all have their benefits, you know. Before I stray into a whole separate back to the point. These traits or qualities that attract us to particular partners are mainly subconscious and often related to good old survival of the fittest. We look for symmetrical, healthy, capable, intelligent, kind partners so that we can continue the species. We look for signs of fertility. I don't need to detail what this means for men or for women. You are, as I have said before, the brightest subs on YouTube. You have brains, you can picture what that means. While some of these traits are in our partner's character, a lot are physical because they are what draws us to that person initially. Unless it's booze. Booze can replace roughly 89% of those traits. But the physical traits are important because our old monkey brains tell us, here is someone, ook, ook, who can produce young with us, guard our young, ook, bring us food and build us shelter. Here is someone I would enjoy naked time with, and thus may procreate and further my hairy monkey survival. What objectification does is it ignores the personality, the character, the brains, and instead it focuses on those physical monkey-loving traits. And it is entirely natural, and it is not a horrible thing that we should all feel ashamed for. It is a cheaper, nastier way of describing lusting after someone's physicality. It's a way of saying, how dare you look at my patootie, I have a degree. I'll be honest, I have a degree. I have enough confidence in my mental abilities to not care if you look at my patootie instead of my degree. You can look at my fun bags instead of my IQ, my feet instead of my feet? Well, maybe if you're a bit weird. Because I like looking at nice things too, okay? All we really need to do is take 2 simple steps, okay? 2 simple steps to deal with objectification. Step 1, make sure that objectification is equally dispersed. Let's keep it back and forth. Let's not limit ourselves to women. Let's bark loudly at men in clubs and howl at them in pubs. Let's talk loudly about their peachy bottoms. Step 2, relax and enjoy it. Bathe in that hormonal wave of appreciation those men and women are sending you, and recognise that you have awakened their inner monkey and he wants to share all his bananas with you. This doesn't mean you have no soul. It just means that frankly he doesn't care. He is too busy looking at your outward facing assets to consider the internal ones. Objectification. Let's just lap it up. I have one small disclaimer. You ever look at my mum that way, I'm punching in your actual fucking face. Bye!
Be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Yeah. Let's just do what we came to do. Just
Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is upcoming the fucking king of League Play. Yes, that's right, back on League Play. Played it for a few hours this past weekend with some friends. We're going to talk about why I don't really play League Play much anymore. We're going to talk about Call of Duty Ghosts, Blitz new game mode. We're going to talk about some capture the flag tips and tricks if I can fit them in. Jesus Christ, so much content. What you're going to be watching here is quite a struggle of a cap the flag. During the gaming session, about maybe 20 games. Yeah, it's probably about 2 hours, maybe 20, 30 games, somewhere in between there, 2.5 hours, however many you got in there playing with friends over the weekend. This was the hardest, toughest, roughest game we came into. And it's not that we're really good. I mean, I'm a Masters player every single time I actually put time into League Play. My friends aren't that good. They're low gold and below. But so the competition we're playing isn't exactly great, but we are playing evenly matched opponents to us, and that's something interesting right here. Get those cutoff kills. Get those cutoff kills. You got to get them. Get the flag ferried underneath. So cutoffs and flag routes and clutch moments, things like this in Capture the Flag is something that we're really going to talk about when we get to talking about Blitz, which I'm not very happy about. But first, I want to quick introduce you in case you missed it. Yesterday's video was a shout out to Super Pook. Please check that out. Great video by her. And also, linked in the description will be a video by my buddy Pico, which he made a video on how to improve Audacity vocals, and I'm taking a lot of his tips. Didn't do everything verbatim, kind of playing around with my own settings, but showing me how to use some things and what he uses and putting my own spin on it. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. If you do YouTube, you definitely should check that out. And if you don't do YouTube, Pico does entertainment stuff too, not just tutorials, so check him out anyway. He's filled in on the Lag Comp podcast a few times. Appreciate that, my friend. Moving on. So, Call of Duty Blitz is the new version of Capture the Flag. They've axed Capture the Flag, and I don't mean axed like I'm speaking in Ebonics. I'm saying axed as in the white version of axed, as in an actual axe to destroy it. Incredibly racist joke. I don't know why I'm even trying to put that in there, but it's there. Moving on. They've destroyed Capture the Flag. Now we have Blitz. For those of you who don't know, essentially, Blitz, I think people, to say it's like Capture the Flag doesn't make much sense to me. It's more like scoring touchdowns, but everybody has a ball. And I guess if you don't play football, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it's more like soccer or hockey, right? But in order to score, you just have to get your body into the other team's goal or little warp thing, and then you teleport back to your flag. So you run across the map, dolphin dive or slide, whatever we're calling that nowadays. Do the little Call of Duty Ghost slide into the Blitz warp prism thingy, and then you score a point, go all the way back. Basically what this is Capture the Flag on easy mode. They take away such a huge aspect of Capture the Flag, and there's positives and negatives to this, but I'm going to get to the point of why this is much easier to play. In normal Capture the Flag, and as the pros play it, CTF is the least forgiving game type. What do I mean by that? Well, in Search and Destroy, there's a lot of routes and a lot of little intricate things to learn. I always say Search and Destroy is the hardest game mode to learn, but Capture the Flag is the least forgiving and hardest to play. The reason is, every player on your team has to come up clutch in order for things to work. Like, it's very hard for a single player in CTF to really make a difference. Compare that to Hardpoint, where Hardpoint's a little bit more forgiving in that if your teammates hold the spawn, your deaths don't matter as much. In Capture the Flag, deaths matter way more than they do in Hardpoint. Like, it's still important not to die in Hardpoint, but your teammates can't, like, help you spawn right back on the objective. That just doesn't happen in Cap. So, basically, if you're running down a route and you die, your team is out a player for 5 seconds, and you're playing a man down for that amount of time. In Black Ops 2, they made some changes. They increased the respawn time, or decreased it, I should say, the delay between respawn. They make players respawn faster. Instead of respawning in 7.5 seconds, they respawn in 5 seconds. This is a terrible decision, by the way. And I know everybody immediately think, FREEDO, what are you talking about? They're respawning players faster. That's a great idea. No. The bad thing about that is when teams make pushes into the other team's side of the map, you kill a player, you have 5 seconds from that point to push your advantage, right? If that's 7.5 instead, you have a bigger advantage. So basically what a larger window of time for respawn does is give you more objective space to work with, more time to go after the objective. When there's 5-second respawn time, it's much easier to respawn, defend, regroup, and it makes pushes a lot harder, actually. You have to get more kills in order to get a flag cap. So in a way, it does make it harder, but it also turns out on the MLG side, a lot of times you have stalemates that last really long. Whereas if there was 7.5 respawn time, that would happen a fraction less. Like, even if it's like 10% less, it's still less, you know what I mean? It shapes the game right there. Look at that dolphin dive. Gorley, Jesus Christ, you madman. You ain't FREEDO, but you're pulling off dolphin dives like you are. That was a pretty sick little dolphin dive away. So, that inherently, it makes it hard. Another thing, look at this. Our whole team just gets destroyed with a Hellstorm or a Lightning Strike, and now they counter pull it back out. In Blitz, this interplay in between the flags and pushing the flag back and having to stay with your teammates and getting cutoffs and shooting a player as he's running away and making sure you don't die with the flag, all of that metagame is totally gone. It's just erased. So instead in Blitz, all you have is get to their base, dive into it. The good thing about this is it'll make points much easier to get. So you could have score lines of like 20 to 30 or something like that, because it'll be so easy to dive in and get a point. But the bad thing is it loses that very intense, honed structure of what capture the flag is. A lot of people don't know this, but capture the flag is really hard to play. It's very hard. And the reason is because, like in that situation right there, they're pulling the flag out to tractor. I have to get there and get those 2 kills, or at least get one, and help my teammates on the other side. My teammate coming across the back gas station side right now is doing a counter pull. Now we're doing a standoff, essentially, pulling to each side. Now it's my job to defend him. I do. He comes through brown. Where are they going to be flowing from next? They're going to be flowing from both sides, essentially. They came from gas and the side behind me. I get shot in the back. Flag carrier gets a kill. Good job, Gorley. Player behind him. Teammate picks him up. Just barely get that flag in and we tie it 3-3. The crazy action you're seeing here, and the nudges back and forth, the clutch gunfights, so much meaning is going to be lost in Blitz, because any player can sneak in and do a really clutch score. It's not going to take a large team effort to create a cap like it does in Capture the Flag. Whereas in Blitz, you can have those hero moments where you just run in and score by yourself. When, you know, the team's not looking, you throw down a smoke grenade, you stun a guy and he's not able to react fast enough. Blitz is going to make scoring so much easier. This might not necessarily be a bad thing, but I think it's a bad thing for the competitive community. However, I will say this, I think I don't know if they're thinking in terms of competitive Call of Duty. They might not even give a shit. They might just be trying to make a better public match game mode, which I think you did. I think Blitz is a much better public match game mode than Capture the Flag could ever be. But as far as the competitive side, I'd rather have Cap, for the reasons I've already said. But there's a few changes I would like to see to Capture the Flag in like Black Ops 3, if we go back to it, which I'm sure they will, because standoff Capture the Flag is like a perfect map game set. If you're a competitive player, you know what I mean. The routes, the cutoffs, the power positions, the flow of the map, everything just works perfectly. AR, SMG play, everything's great. And right here we have 40 seconds left, taking this pull back gas station. I'm on cutoff duty here. I'm looking for the spawn routes, get a guy right there, check my right side. 2 players come from statue, call them out, and I say to my guys, you got to get those last 2 kills, the last 2 kills for the game. They pick up one other guy by the red car. He kills someone, but Sativa, whatever his name is, I can't even say it barely. He picks up that kill. The 2 kills we needed in order to secure that cap get made, and now we're going into overtime. These clutch team moments is what makes Capture the Flag, I'm telling you. But let's talk about some things to improve Cap for Black Ops 3 before I had to explain the whole overtime thing. Now, overtime, by the way, stopwatch is what it's called. Whoever caps first sets the timer for the next team to have to beat it. So that's basically it. If we cap in 4 minutes, they have 4 minutes to counter cap and beat our time, and then whoever basically holds out wins. My problem with Capture the Flag right now in Call of Duty is some inconsistency with the randomness and the decentivization. I don't know if that's a word. I'm trying to say incentivize, but inverse. Decentivization. I just made that up. The decentivization to pull flags. And what I mean by that is it's so hard and so team orientated that if you're in the other team's base like 2v4 and you got 2 teammates spawning back at your base and it's like us 2 up here, there's no way we can pull the flag out. It's going to be incredibly hard. We have to win some really clutch gunfights. One way, and speaking of clutch gunfights right here, they're pulling the flag through yellow, get a kill in front of me, pull up my secondary KSG, get a knock in his face. Actually, it's a Remington, I lied. Get the flag returned, and we're counter pulling up the center, getting the cutoffs here. We have the tractor spawn. That means we know they're going to be spawning back alleyway. I'm pushing there, looking at jump up wall. Hellstorm missile comes down and fries 2 guys right there. And now they have about 1 minute to score. This is a crazy game of Capture the Flag. Look at how much fun this game mode can be. My main improvement to Capture the Flag would be to adopt a Halo-esque delay to the return of the flag. What I mean by that is when you pull the flag out now in Call of Duty and you die with it, the defending team can go and instantly return it. What happens in Halo, when you pick up the flag and move it like 5 feet, there's a timer before it goes back to the spawn. So basically what that forces the defending team to do is hunker down and hold it. And it also gives the more aggressive team a chance to come back and actually keep pulling and progressing the flag. Kind of like you're playing football. And I know I always make references to football. I'm sorry. I know you guys aren't all American, all don't fucking care about football. But it's that tug-of-war battle pushing the flag down the map. Now, obviously, they'd have to change the timings of it. By the way, they're 4 down right away. We're pulling the flag. We won this game, biatch. Tough game right there. But I really think a delay to the return, whether it's even like a 5-second delay as in you have to like cap the flag, kind of like you're capping a Dom flag, or if it's a timer for it to reset back to home base, either one of those would help because it would incentivize pulling the flag and making some progress. Whereas now you only want to pull the flag when you're certain you're going to be getting somewhere, because it's not like you can pull it halfway and then die and then it gets returned instantly. My way, you could pull it halfway, go up to the center, die, and then reestablish another pull from the center. That's just a few tips from me. I don't know. I'm not a developer, so what do I know? Blank screen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Crazy league play. I got some crazy shit on my second channel, by the way. Some league play with the KSG. You can check that out to me in a video response as well. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
I love the internet without advertisements. So we have a crazy idea. Ads to get rid of ads. Yeah. I love the internet without advertisements. So we have a crazy idea. Ads to get rid of ads.
My whole goal with AdBlock is to help people see the internet how they want to. We're not taking $1 of this campaign for ourselves, so please consider pledging. Help gift AdBlock to the world, and help make the internet a better place.
It's all part of the plan.
We will literally change the entire internet.
What's going on, guys? My name is FREEDO. Also, this is the motherfucking king of hating on ad block. So sorry I haven't posted in a day or two. If you want to know more about that whole process, check out my second channel, link in the description. But on to actual topics. Only Use Me Blade posted up a video knocking on this ad block ad, and honestly, I am in the same boat with Blade. This shit is bullshit. And the thing is, I think a lot of people don't understand the reality of what they're doing when they use ad block. To cut to the chase, if you're not willing to listen to this entire video of me explaining this shit, when you use ad block, you force the talented people who want to put time and energy to make the highest quality shit possible out of YouTube, because there's no way to profit from it. The only people who have time to do YouTube for free are in high school. And you guys don't have jobs, you don't provide for yourselves, you don't know what it's like to pay bills. Time is money. You can't afford to sink hours and hours and hours a day into videos and not have them produce anything for yourself. Oh, look, this is great, look what I got. Yeah, by the way, you can't fucking pay your electricity bill. How are you going to keep your computer on? That makes a lot of sense, right? So, I want to clear up a bunch of YouTube misconceptions that people toss over to justify their use of ad block. Clear that up so you guys understand where we're at and we all can get along and sing kumbaya. First of all, people say it's easy. Making YouTube is just as hard as any type of media out there. TV, movies, etc. But it's in a shorter form, but a lot of the skills translate. Like, it's still essentially the same idea, but it's just a different medium. It's a new media. That's really what it's called, new media, YouTube. You might think a cat video isn't high quality, but if it meets the demands of what people want, it is. So the idea that it's too fucking easy, you just sit behind a microphone. What do radio personalities do? They just wake up in the morning, go sit around with 3 nut jobs who just talk random shit to each other. Yeah, this weekend I saw this TV show. It's the same fucking thing. Radio, news reporting, TV, it all gets encapsulated into YouTube. To say it's easy, really, it's about the same thing as actual media. But the thing is, in order to stay relevant and successful on YouTube, you have to keep pushing the envelope. You have to keep innovating and looking for ways to grow. You're essentially running your own business. And if you get too complacent with being static, basically your channel dies off. So creativity and hard work goes to fix that. If you don't do that, you get lost behind. Another thing people say all the time, YouTubers make a lot of money. No, they don't. Compared to real jobs, YouTube doesn't make anything. Unless you're a super huge channel. But even then, a lot of times those guys have production teams and they're making really high quality stuff. We'll get to that in a minute. But a cameraman or boom mic operator makes something between $30,000 and $60,000 depending on what he does and jobs, who he works for, things like that. I'd argue that's a much easier job. When you're on YouTube, you have to be the writer, the talent, the director, and when things go bad, you have to fire yourself. Like, the whole pressure of it is completely different. Now, obviously, it's harder to get the cameraman job than to get on YouTube, but the point is, reaching the point where you're making that kind of money takes way more talent than just the cameraman position. See what I'm saying? It's a whole different world, and you have to respect that. Now, I want to make this clear. This is not a sympathy video for YouTubers. This isn't send money to Africa, we're starving and have AIDS. That's not the point. Every job has requirements you have to meet, and the entertainment industry is a vicious place. YouTube is the same thing. It goes with the territory. We know what we signed up for. It's like football players getting concussions. It just goes hand in hand. But the most important thing is what I said in the beginning of the video. You're basically stealing the talent away when you take this content for free. And yes, adblock is stealing. In the same way, if you don't tip your waiter or pizza delivery guy, you're robbing them of their livelihood. You enjoy the service they provide. Oh, that's great. You're so happy for them to bring you the fucking pizza or fill up your coffee cup. But when you choose to use adblock, you're literally stiffing them for the service that wasn't supposed to be free. You're supposed to compensate the worker, and yes, It is a form of work. Even if you hate the motherfucker, even if you hate the guy you're watching, he deserves some kind of money. Now, some people like to turn this around and say, like, let's just check out this comment. I just want to keep Wings and Woody from being millionaires. Well, first of all, we've already covered being a millionaire on YouTube is incredibly difficult. But more to the point, so you watch their videos regularly, hate them, and rob them of their livelihood. You may think they're terrible people, but when has anybody ever done anything like that to you? So you're consuming what they produce, but you want to screw them as well. You're a fucking asshole. That's a terrible thing to do. If you enjoy them enough, even if you enjoy hating them, you should put that money back into the industry. And it's not even fucking money. It's 5 seconds of ad viewing time. 5 to 30 seconds. Are you going to die in that 5 to 30 seconds? Is that an arm and a leg to you? No. It's a 5 to 30 second ad. TV used to have fucking like 5 minutes of ads between content. It's really not the same. And it's much, much smaller. Like, even heel characters in professional wrestling get paid. Just because you hate them doesn't mean they shouldn't. They're characters, and they build in the ecosystem that is YouTube. It builds the entire base of what we're working with. You don't, like, hope that the evil villain in the Batman movie doesn't get paid because you don't like him. He's a bad guy. No, he's just playing a part. He's doing what he needs to do. He's adding to the story that is this creative space. If you don't like him, ignore him, but don't rob him of what he's producing. That's bullshit. Now, the worst thing of all is the end result of all this ad block nonsense. Even if you disagree with most of what I said here, FREEDO, you're just a money whore. Money whore? Money whore? You simple child, get a fucking job. Money whore? Do you complain when Stephen King writes another book? When Michael Bay makes another shitty movie? No, that's the point of the entertainment industry. People produce, consumers watch it, and then you go on with your fucking day. You don't complain, oh, Michael Bay, I want to fuck his day up. No, just let him do what the fuck he does, and if you don't like it, don't support it, but don't fucking, like, steal the movie. Oh, God, you people. You internet pirates, you crazy internet people. Anyway, back on track. Even if you disagree with most of this, the point is that you have to realize if you join in the mass of people and grow the mass of people that steals content, and you take the revenue away from producers, you're making content worse. You're literally taking out creative people from this industry. What point do I have to get into this industry instead of just up and move to California? I want to do YouTube. That'd be great. But if everybody just uses ad block, there's no point in me putting hours of work into videos, into creating innovative shit. There's just no point because there's no way I can sustain myself. The entertainment industry is work, and you consume it. It's the same thing as making a burger. You don't really need fucking burgers. You could just eat grains all day, right? But no, you want a burger. They deserve to get paid and compensated for what they do for you. It's the same thing. If you start stealing this content, or if you continue to steal this content, and more people do as well, either a few things are going to happen. YouTubers are going to be forced to do other ways of basically marketing their stuff. They're going to sell you more shit, more t-shirts, more stupid knickknacks, shit like that, more sponsors, more paid reviews, more of all this shit in video ads. Basically, they're going to just put ads straight up in their videos instead of before it on YouTube because you were too fucking stupid to skip the 5-second ad. Now they're going to be corporate slave holders. They have to get money somehow, and that's what's going to resort to it. Or they're just going to straight up drop out of YouTube because it's a waste of time. Freddie W, Barely Political, or any content producer that produces high quality stuff has no reason to be on YouTube. I mean, think about the future of YouTube. Do you want to see a TV show like series on YouTube? Wouldn't that be great? But why doesn't anybody do it? Because it's not profitable, you dumbass virgin. Because people like you are too busy to watch a 5-second ad. Don't be a douche. Don't use ad block. And this fucking dumbass commercial. You see how badly done this commercial was made? The stupid little graphics and the acting. Ads to get rid of ads. Go fuck yourself. These talentless morons, keyboard warriors. You want to consume media, but not put money back into the system. These fucking assholes don't know anything about economics, and they need to die in a fire. My name is FREEDO. I don't do outros.
We will literally change the entire internet.